out of Puebla, Mexico, with the kick. And Cole Wilson will let it go through for the touchback, and the Bears will take over at their 25-yard line. And here's Robertson, the redshirt senior from Lubbock, Texas. Man's got it all. Not necessarily the most alpha of quarterbacks, but he has become quite a leader over time. He's a laid-back dude in many ways, but a great baseball player. In fact, did not consider football as his exit ramp in life until after he had become just one outstanding quarterback at the high school level. And here he is in the mission-critical position against the Sun Devils tonight. Bryson Washington is the setback. He goes in motion. Quick slant, complete to Prentice. And Kobe Prentice has it out to the 39-yard line.
You can see Arizona State starts out in man-to-man coverage, and when you play man-to-man coverage against Baylor, they have answers for it. You saw one right there.
They're going to mark it at the 38 for a first down. He gained 13. Here's a quick hitch to Josh Cameron with the lovely number 34 that he absolutely won't give up. More on that later. Miles Roster, the high motor engine of that secondary for Brian Ward, the defensive coordinator, making the tackle. It's 2nd and 9. Go to the other side to Cameron. That's why you keep the number 34.
Ball's out.
Fumble down, and it's recovered by Arizona State. Sun Devils come away with it. A huge pilfer as the ball was lost on the way down. It looks like Adrian Wilson, number 6, came away with a recovery. The redshirt sophomore from Dallas.
You can see he has great ball security at first, and then he drops it for a second. And as soon as he does that, Kendrick Breedlove breaks that ball out, and it's covered up tighter than a lid on a pickle jar by Adrian Wilson.
A little Peanut Tillman act to spring it loose, and the Sun Devils right away get the huge break on the turnover, and they start now at the 42, first down. Malik Brown will be in the backfield. Sam Levitt leads the way. What an incredible freshman campaign, guiding Arizona State to one of the greatest turnarounds in college football history into the college football playoff. Malik Brown on the stretch play, stretching that Baylor defense. Tavon Williams shoves him out, and Levitt, once again, just an incredible rating for him to win the Big 12 title in year one, and they did it quietly. They were under the radar all season long, and were it not for one play, would have been in the semifinals of the CFP. For that young man who grew up in the Scottsdale, Phoenix, Tempe area, Kenny Dillingham. Brown spun down by Keaton Thomas, who touched on Dillingham, the one-time offensive coordinator at Oregon. Graduated to this position very quickly. And it looks like Travion Barnes is down, number 36.
That is not good for Baylor because they're already a little thin on the defensive front, and losing guys is not something that's conducive to their success because they want to come in and try to stop the run today. You got to hope that he's okay.
Yeah, they're already banged up front and a little bit in the secondary to go along with it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can watch the game together, even when you're away.
Here we go, man. We got it. We got it.
Yes, yes, yes!
Go, go, go.
Go, 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 go! Yes!
My wife is having a baby.
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. That's all part of the AT&T guarantee. I love getting delivery, even if I can't move much more than my thumb. And with Paze, the online checkout from banks and credit unions, my thumb is all I have to move.
Meet Paze, a new online checkout.
After the Colonel made his hot and spicy wings, he needed the perfect pairing. So he invented the potato. No need to look that up. It's true. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. Backed by obsessive demand, KFC wings and wedges.
And I reward full-time fans. Check out this recruit. The conductor can single-handedly hype up the crowd. This full-time fan deserves a Modelo.
like clockwork.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my quarterback.
Shanghai, Rome, Paris, Lubbock. There is no time zone on Saturday. I made this myself from an apple juice box. Right, Bill? Yeah! Didn't even flinch. Look at these lunatics. These people need help.
So here we go.
Fox College Football is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Home and auto coverage you can count on. Beautiful flyover here prior to the game. We welcome you back. Tough injury here. Really, really difficult. Travion Barnes being carted off. It was a devastating injury. We'll only show you this once, but the offensive lineman was blocked into him. Obibo, number 55. That's 55. You'll watch him roll up on him, and that's just devastating to see. It really is. And as you mentioned, they're already thin in that front seven for Baylor.
Yeah, and the medical staff was swift and quick to get the card out to make sure to get him off of the field. And you see all his teammates come out and give him some love. And I imagine that the defense for Baylor and the offense as well will be playing inspired henceforth.
Yeah, you see the key inactives already up front and at linebacker, and they were expecting Travion to give him a lot of plays tonight. And now we just hope that the young man is not seriously injured. And he's telling the crowd, stay with my team. Now, Money Springs, Florida, his home. Transferred in from FIU in 24. Led them, that FIU team, with 129 stops. Look at that kind of inspiration. That's Devin Gardner-esque right there.
Yeah, it's tough to see your teammate go down, but you love to see his passion as he continues to try to motivate his team as he gets carted off. Outstanding by Barnes.
A lot of let's go there from him. Dave Aranda now in year number 6. Made a name for himself as a defensive coordinator at Wisconsin, then for the national championship LSU team in 2019. Did get a Big 12 title back in 21 with Bohannon at quarterback to start the year, Gary Bohannon, and then it was a young man from my hometown, Blake Shapen, who's now at Mississippi State, that finished that season off when they won the championship. Then Shapen got hurt and ultimately would transfer. He's over at Mississippi State now. But Aranda is one of the great deep thinkers in today's college game, and he's got a wealth of talent with him. Jake Spavital being his offensive coordinator, and Matt Powledge his defensive coordinator. And he's calling on Matt to come up with some plays here against Levin and company after that 4-yard gain as we resume play at 2nd and 6. And that's a telling stat, isn't it? 11-0 when winning the turnover battle. Number 1 in the Power 4 conferences. Malik Brown remains the setback. Quick pitch into the boundary. Not much this time. Good sideline to sideline speed exhibited there as Jacob Redding, the free safety, number 38, came over to take him out. Just a gain of 2. So 3rd down, a long 4 coming up. That's Kylan Reed, 45, who's in the game where Barnes was. Sophomore from Arlington, Texas.
They've already moved Jordan Tyson into the slot.
Levitt, a pump fake. Now he's flushed, looking for help. And a lot of green grass in front of him, and he'll take himself out of bounds, past the chains, and for a 1st down at the 33 of Baylor.
And as good as Levitt is as a quarterback, this is what you do not want. You don't want him to not throw this. You want him to unleash that. Because when he gets into this game, the backyard football game, he is one of the best, if not the best in the country at the quarterback position.
Kanye Udo, the transfer from Army, who's about 221 yards shy of a 2,000-yard career, is in there. He gets the tough yards, but this time it's Levitt on the keeper. On that zone read maneuver, he decided to hold on. And Devin Bobby, you'll hear that name a lot. Number 3, the strong safety, much improved. making the play.
He's going to come right into your screen. He sees that he has the quarterback. He gets down here right away, and it's a tough tackle, but he gets him down. Very good job by Devin Bobby, because that is not an easy job getting that guy to the ground in the open field.
Brown checks back in for Udo. Remember, this is a team that rode the back of Cam Scattaboo last season. It's a committee now. This pass, back shoulder throw. Malik McClain slipped as he was trying to stop, and it goes incomplete. 3rd and 9 coming up. Marcus Arroyo, the outstanding offensive coordinator, formerly at Oregon, later at Cal.
Throughout this year, Arizona State has not been good on 3rd and long. They're 14th in the Big 12, 3 of 20, just 15%.
Let's see what he dials up here. High snap, little screen action out to Brown, and Malik Brown, look at him go! Home run hitter, late flag behind the play. Jacob Redding with the saving tackle, thrown in an area where we could see some holding here.
What a well-designed play, and I think it will be a holding call. That is devastating. A really well-designed and timed call by offensive coordinator Marcus Arroyo.
Holding, number 7, offense. 10-yard penalty. We play 3rd down.
That's the tight end, the senior from North Miami, Shimon Mateer.
He gets on him, and you can see right, oh, that's a tackle. Right, he didn't get him to the ground, but he definitely wrapped those arms around immediately. Yeah. That's a great pickup by the officials to see that his arms, you can see, are covering the number of Devin Bobby. The back number.
Yeah, and in this part of the world, we'd say a do-say-do right there. He was taking him for a little square dance.
But it does set up a 3rd and a lot more manageable for Arizona State's offense.
3rd down and 3. That guy can get it on his own. Devin Bobby with the stop. He touched on the meager stats of 3rd down conversions. Last in the Big 12 and 128th in the country on 3rd down conversions.
Yeah. So 3rd and long, they're really low, and then 3rd down in general, they're extremely low.
27% overall.
Yeah. But that's a good start, isn't it?
It sure is. And getting a turnover to start the game. When you're on the road in this league, it's tough. Udo checks back in, and that's where he likes to make his money, right there between the tackles. Not much this time. Gain of maybe 3, and that's it. And there you see the outstanding defensive coordinator, Matt Powledge. He knew he had a banged-up defensive front. His linebackers and his secondary would have to be outstanding tonight against that pitch and catch combination of Levitt and Tyson. And again, it's Udo right up the gut, and he's got a 1st down at the 10. So 1st and goal for the Sun Devils. Coming right at you here, an 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, the defensive linemen, they just aren't able to hold on to their gaps. And like we talked about, they're thin up front. So when those linebackers get covered up, there's going to be yardage for these Arizona State running backs.
They're going to go empty here. Mateer, the tight end, who's almost like an extra wide receiver. Now they move in tight with Mateer in the slot left. And a marker comes down.
It's like the left guard moved a little quickly.
That would be Obibo, 55.
False start, number 55, offense. 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Kevin Boykman is our referee, our replay official, Richard Lumiere.
There he is right there. It's very subtle, but he does move just before everyone else starts to move.
I think sometimes size, particularly if you're that tall, and he is at 6'4", it's hard to remain anonymous when you're that big.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, what a stick. Talk about recognition. DJ Coleman and Kylan Reed Numbers 33 and 45 collaborate after a suspect snap on the play.
Yeah, and the defense really truly didn't have an edge as well, right? So it's a really outstanding job by Kylan Reed to get outside when the defensive end wasn't doing a nice job of setting that edge.
Second and goal from the 14. Brown back in the game. Levitt for the corner. It's maybe picked off. Let's see. It was caught by Redding, but I don't think he had control in the field of play. They're going to rule it incomplete.
What an outstanding break.
It may be close.
Tim, it's going to be close, but the break itself is textbook. He sees the ball in the air. He breaks on it. Now, you would love to see him catch it on the first one, but let's see. He has feet down. He does try to secure it, but when he hits the pylon, is his feet out of bounds? Those are the things that you have to look at on replay.
Yeah, well, you're not going to tell from that angle. This might be better. This might be better.
I mean, he broke on that like he knew the play.
The linesman may be in the way of that. Maybe here. Our crack crew doing their best. They're not going to review it. It was close. Levitt. They're going with a little inside screen for Tyson. Well diagnosed by the Baylor defense. And they'll be forced into a field goal situation. Outstanding red zone defense by the Bears.
And that interception, Tim, was very close.
Yeah.
Very close, and that's a nice job of Arizona State knowing it's close and getting their offense ready to run the next play.
Yeah. And I'll say this, too. Take the points when you can get them, even if it's a 3, right? Mm-hmm. How many teams do we see miss opportunities today in key games on early drives? 31-yard field goal for Jesus Gomez. Right to left hash, and he puts it through. So the Sun Devils make good on the turnover. Take it in for points and lead here at Baylor.
Act now to get $7,500 EV lease incentive. Or get 0% APR on 2025 GMC Hummer EV models.
I'm not really one for the spotlight, but there is some gravy to be had. You know, I always seem to get primo parking. But you don't have to be a VIP to get more than just savings with Geico. Every customer gets tip-top service with 24/7 fast, friendly claim support.
I never do this, but could I get a picture?
Yeah, it's not like you run into animal celebrities every day.
Stop! It's Doug the Pug! Doug!
I stand corrected.
I literally never do this.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
At Burger King, you write the rules of value.
You rule number 10, I mix and match my way. There's 7 tasty items, and I can get 2 for $5 or 3 for $7. That's all up to me.
The $5 duo or $7 trio. From Burger King classics to fan faves. Choose your deal.
With Thrivent, your financial journey isn't a solo mission. Your money is a tool to support the people, causes, and community you love. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more.
I was in a car accident. 8 years of memories gone.
Tuesday, Fox's critically acclaimed hit Doc returns.
Every path we choose comes with a price. I need to be the doctor that I was.
Doc, season premiere, Tuesday on Fox.
Fox College Football is sponsored by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. My partner was echoing the thoughts of one Mike Pereira, who's standing by to give us an explanation on that call.
Yeah, I'll tell you, looking at that, I thought, ooh, it's an interception. But Ricky Lumiere, the replay official, does a really good job here. Because what he's going to do is he's going to touch the pylon before he gets control of the ball. And in college football, the pylon, you touch the pylon, you're considered out of bounds. So it was an incomplete pass, a good call on the field, good job by replay.
And I got to tell you, Mike, you said something very similar last week, and Gardner was all over it as we went to break.
Yeah,
so
well,
thank you for that explanation.
You got it.
Can you handle this? We got a marker down. We got a little curveball flag on the field, so we'll have to check with Kevin Boitman, our white hat for tonight's game.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 24 of the receiving team. At the distance to the goal line, first down.
Micah Gifford, the guilty party, and that's a devastating blow on the kick to lose that kind of yardage.
And you do not want to see that when your offense is trying to get going. You got decent field position, and it just gets worse with that penalty.
I was so excited to hear you read that billboard, too.
I know. Yeah, I think the officials are kind of preying on my downfall a little bit there.
Bryson Washington remains the setback on first down. That's Mike Trigg, the tight end, in motion. And a quick slant again that's caught, and look out! Kobe Prentice, his second catch of the early hours of this one in the evening. 15 yards and a first down. Adrian Wilson with the stop.
For Arizona State on defense, they want to see if Sawyer Robertson can take the underneath throws and not hit the big home run, and he's proving early in this game that he can.
Washington stopped by Rouser. 7 yards, 2nd and 3. You stay ahead of the chains like this, and that's going to make Robertson lethal once they get some field position.
100%.
Cameron, one of their top choices, 34, is in the slot up at the top. And they hand to Washington again. And he was right at the line to make before being pushed back. I think they're going to give him necessary yardage for the first down. I don't think Dillingham was particularly pleased with that spot either.
You can see who's down in the box. Number 4, Miles Rouser, to make those plays near the line of scrimmage, right? So with those safeties down low into the box, Sawyer Robertson is going to have those opportunities to hit the big shots over the top.
First down from the 39 of the Bears. Once again, the crossing pattern to Trigg, the USC stud, who's made a few moves in his time. He went to Ole Miss from there. Stopped by Jordan Crook, one of the top leaders of this Arizona State linebacking core, but a gain of a baker's dozen for a first down.
Arizona State showed their hand, and Sawyer Robertson did a nice job of finding Trigg, replacing right where the defensive back that blitz came from.
Robertson hasn't missed. He's 6 out of 6. There's a spin move by Knighton, but to no avail. Great recognition and coverage by Adrian Wilson. Brian Ward's defense. We first met him at Washington State, and he had 2 great rush ins there, and he feels like he's got the same here with the Sun Devils. They want to pressure off the edges. Second down and 11. Caden Knighton is the setback. On the curl, caught by Wilson. Cole Wilson, number 2, gets it into Sun Devil territory at the 41. Javen Robinson, the corner, with the tackle, the junior out of Winter Garden, Florida.
With all the big plays that you see from this Baylor Bear offense, can they go death by 1,000 cuts and continue to take the short throws? Do they have the discipline? Sawyer Robertson is doing a nice job of showing it here.
3rd and 3. That one popped free. Knighton. I think for Jake Spavital, what he's hoping to find out in this drive right here is Jordan Crook again making the tackle. Can we get something done on the ground? When they played Auburn here, they really could not get anything done with their rushing game. Had to resort to the pass almost completely and became a bit one-dimensional as Auburn was able to hang on and win. Look out, going deep down the sideline and incomplete. Overthrown for Lewis Brown. This is the young man that got in late from Los Angeles, the senior. But Sawyer told us when we met with him, this is a guy I think that could have a coming out party tonight.
That'll be the first incompletion there for Sawyer Robertson. And that's a really nice job by number 12 in white, Javen Robinson, of not biting on the double move. You can see right there, offensive coordinator Jake Spavital, who is dialing it up this season, and he really trusts his quarterback, Sawyer Robertson.
Talk about an air raid guy, born and bred into it. Quick hitch out to Prentice. Nothing doing that time. They ruled him down by contact at the 36-yard line.
You can see the way this Arizona State defense swarms to the football. The quick screen is out there, and Prentice really has nowhere to go. Again, number 4 in white, Miles Rouser, continues to get down in the box and make those plays. They said he is a guy that's high energy, high motor, and I talked to his Little League coach, Chris Moore. He said as a Little League football player, he sometimes had to hold him out of practice because he was so violent and so passionate.
Now that's some research, my friend. 3rd and 10 for Robertson. Flushed. Lets it fly, and he overshoots his man. And you know what? Cameron was in position. Just a little too much adrenaline perhaps in that throw. And it's 4th down. Keith Abney was in coverage, but Josh Cameron had a step on him.
And at home, people were probably wondering, well, why didn't he take off? Well, when we spoke to Sawyer Robertson, we talked to him about the early parts of the game and what happened last season. He said, my body almost fell apart. I mean, I was taking way too many hits early in games, right? So as you go through this football game, you try to make those throws, and then when it's winning time, when the game's on the line and you need to make a play, then you go sacrifice your body and make those plays.
Connor Hawkins sets up for a long field goal try, 53 yards. Hello, how do you do? The Bears will take that to tie it.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Okay, Big Wheels.
We see you, Mike.
Oh, you mean my beautiful new ride? Well, with Progressive's Name Your Price tool, I went and found the right auto insurance rate for me. You know this thing can traverse any terrain.
Terrain? I know that's not what you call in your auntie's driveway.
Some things you can handle, like finding auto insurance coverage that's right for you with Progressive's Name Your Price tool.
Wait, what happened to the coupe?
Oh, well, you know, I think it disappeared with his hairline.
Handling what your loved ones say about you, not so much.
The Triple Dipper, only at Chili's, lets you build your perfect basket of 3 Chili's favorites, like the world-famous fried mozzarella you just gotta pull. Or go for Chili's legendary sweet and spicy honey chipotle crispers. Or why not pick the classic Big Mouth Bites drizzled in ranch? And of course, there's plenty of your favorite chili sauces to dip and dip and dip. Now that is one seriously good cheese pool. The Chili's Triple Dipper. Taste what all the hype's about.
This field belongs to the ones who take it. This season doesn't come with the script. This is where everything is earned, and we mean everything. We don't do handouts here. You want the spotlight? Earn it. You want to shine different? Prove it. 30 years strong, and we keep shining brighter. This is Big 12 football. This is a different league.
Catching a killer isn't easy. Lucky for me, I got friends, and they got ideas. Each episode is its own special study in solving a murder. Buckle up, this one's a ride. I'm Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and this is 50 Ways to Catch a Killer. Streaming now on Fox Nation.
Tonight's keys to the game are sponsored by Cheez-It, for fans feeling the cheesiest. Now, for Arizona State, you've got to get other wide receivers involved. No other wide receiver has contributed, excluding one. Jordan Tyson cannot do it all. And for Baylor, you have to push them back. I gave you a stat earlier that they were 3 of 20 on 3rd down and long. Arizona State's offense was. If you can push them back, you'll be in game.
Hamilton's going to pick it up from the 1. Great coverage. He went a long way to get it out to about the 17-yard line. Let's go down to Josh Sims.
Well, Timmy B, following that loss to Mississippi State, Arizona State dropped out of the national rankings. Quarterback Sam Leavitt doesn't look at that necessarily as a bad thing, telling the media this week, now they have to get it out the mud, just like they did last year when they were overlooked to finish last in the conference. He says, we like it when we're the ones hunting. We play better that way. This team responding with their backs against the wall. Let's see if they can do that again tonight, Tim.
No question. And when you think about it, given the turnover they committed, Arizona State set up in great position. They held them to 3. Their defense did the job in the red zone. And now they come back and get the longest field goal ever for the Baylor field goal kicker, and they've tied it up at 3 as here goes Malik Brown. Well beyond the line to make for a first down. And once again, Devin Bobby out there to make the play.
Take a look right here. Jackie Marshall, he presumed to be the edge protector, right? But he takes away his outside arm and he gives up the edge. And when you give up the edge, this running back, Malik Brown, he'll take it.
Brown stays in there. There's a nice little harpole on the receiving end as he just ran that perfect curl to get the first down out to the 39-yard line of Arizona State, pickup of 11.
A receiver like Jordan Tyson, he forces defenses to play zone coverage, right? So when you have zone coverage, that means that there's always going to be an area where your wide receivers and tight ends can get open. That's a nice job to start this game for Sam Leavitt, finding the open space.
They go empty now. The tight end Harpole comes in as an extra tight end in the slot to the left-hand side. Play fake. Uh-oh, they got a guy deep. The pass is for Tyson. Oh my, he almost had it. That was a classic opportunity for him, but Tyler Turner, the redshirt sophomore, recovered as the ball hung up just a little bit. He was able to get that arm in there to help the incompletion become a reality.
Yeah, and he runs all the way across the field and gets behind the zone defense. But like you said, what about the makeup speed of Tyler Turner to just as the ball's coming in, rip that football out of the hands of Jordan Tyson.
And that's the thing about Tyson. You can sometimes watch him and think he's jumping too soon, but no, he's
floating.
He hangs in the air.
He may be flying.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. Brown trying to weave his way off the right-hand side. They'll give him the 42-yard line. And 3rd down and 7 coming up.
And when you get in these 3rd and long situations, when you're Arizona State and offensive coordinator Marcus Arroyo, you have to think players, not plays. Players, not plays. And they try to move around their talented wide receiver to get him in conducive positions of success. They have him in a slot at the top of your screen right now. With that motion, it makes him the outside receiver. Expect help over the top by the Baylor defense.
Quick hitch to Tyson Brown. And they get the first down. Marker down. DJ Coleman shoved him out. Let's check the flag.
Holding, number 12, offense. 10-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
Malik McLean, number 12, the guilty party. Senior out of Daphne, Alabama.
You're going to see right there in the middle of your screen, you can see a fistful of shoulder pad and jersey, and a nice job of trying to strain away to make sure the referee makes the call.
Daphne, his home is just over Mobile Bay, if you're ever in that part of the world.
A lot of times when you watch Sam Leavitt play on these 3rd and extra long situations, if it's not a screen or a draw, he wants to run around, create, and make a play with his legs.
3rd and 13. Baylor was ready for that. Keaton Thomas leading the way. This young man, first team all Big 12 a season ago, out of Northeast Mississippi Community College. You talk about humble beginnings. He had them, and he is some leader for this defense.
I'll tell you, Tim, a lot of Arizona State fans may not like that call, but I'm not mad at it. I want you, early in the game, you want to protect Sam Leavitt from himself. Don't make the big mistake. Don't put your cape on so early in the game in your own territory. A nice run play, see what you get, and try to flip the field, punt it away, and get some field position.
Dillingham drilled that into us when we chatted earlier in the week. No doubt about it.
Don't wear your cape so early.
Absolutely. because if you have to do that, it's not good for us as a team. Cameron, Josh Cameron, look out. All kinds of room. And a big-time play in space by special teams. And the big fella went down there to make the play. That's Jalen Clem, all 6'6", 295 of him, the redshirt junior.
Tim, an unbelievable play by Clem. What could have been Jordan Tyson, unable to make the play.
Great to be back here. It's been a while for our crew. 3-3 our score as we come back to play. Baylor with the ball at the 45 after quality field position attained on that punt return. Oh, what a nice stick that was, but they didn't wrap up. That's Bryson Washington, hit by Breedlove, but he got away briefly. Don't worry, we're going to show you Mr. Clem in a moment as the quarter comes to an end on what I think was a touchdown-saving play. Absolutely. 2nd and 6 on what should be the final play of the quarter. Nice catch by Trigg, the tight end. There are so many athletic tight ends in the college game today.
And especially in the Big 12.
Oh, no doubt about it. Now they're going to try to get one more off here, it appears. Washington burrows to the 40. Keyshawn Elliott with the tackle, a gain of 3. Now at the Sun Devil 40, 2nd and 7. As we open play in the second quarter. Robertson running out of time and just did get it off intended after a lot of heat coming from C.J. Fight, 91, the defensive tackle. He was looking for Trigg. Michael happened to be in the right spot so that he would not be called for grounding.
It's an art for a quarterback when he's feeling pressure, feeling under duress, to remain calm and get that ball out to a wide receiver so that the damage is just an incompletion.
Another 3rd and long here, and it's Washington. Marker down. Washington down at the 25.
That may be a mouth guard.
Ooh, it could be.
Yeah, because I think it was down before the play.
Yeah, it was down before the play. You're right. Yeah.
You know, you got two teams with that gold color.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Drives the play-by-play guy crazy.
Oh, no, it's a towel.
Washington. Nothing doing this time. Arizona State grudgingly giving up rushing yardage to Baylor. Baylor's had a few pop free. I think that's a real key for Spavital in the way he's going to call this game.
Especially early.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to establish that run game so now when you get into those RPOs and play action later in the game, you have those big play opportunities down the field.
2nd and 8.
Got 4 guys to one side. Trigg, they love to get the screen to him.
And they check it down to Washington. And he is hammered at the 21-yard line. Arizona State's secondary really quick. Martell Hughes, 18. Sophomore from San Diego coming over there to make the tackle. This is what we call a discard right here.
Get off of me.
One discard and another.
I have a job to do. The fastest distance to that ball carrier is from A to B, a straight line.
3rd down and 6. Out of the shotgun again. Washington. Well, this may be 4-down territory. They got the ball to the 17, so it's a 4th down and short, 4th and 2.
Yeah, head coach Dave Aranda has made it clear to offensive coordinator Jake Spavital that he's comfortable with his quarterback going forward in these situations. So they run a play, see how much you can get, and then they put the ball in the hands of their quarterback, Sawyer Robertson.
This is their first time in the red zone, Baylor. They want to take advantage of it here. Baylor's gone for it on 4th down more than any other team in the country except FAU. Incomplete. Great defensive work by Javen Robinson against Cole Wilson. He's running that slant, and he was right there.
Such a nice job of technique and poise because it's a nice move off the line, but Javen Robinson is in perfect position. Watch him stay there, get in front, and reach that right hand in to knock the ball away.
It might have been getting away with one right there, too. Babatol shows why.
You're up right now, still scrolling, still streaming. Stop. With AGZ, designed to support your body's natural sleep cycle. It's the nightly drink for winding down and resting up. Go to sleep.
Why do it? Why would you make it harder on yourself? Why chance it? Why put it on the line? With so much at stake, with so much room to fail, why risk it? Why would you dare? Seriously, why? You could give everything you have and still lose. But my question is, what if you don't?
Introducing Subway's new Fresh Fit menu. Lots of protein, tasty sauce, all under 500 calories. Keep moving with Subway's new Fresh Fit menu. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
Teen romances on Tubi will be free forever.
You mean I have to pick between Brad and Chad forever?
Chad? Who's Chad?
College football on Fox is sponsored by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Malik Brown is back in the backfield now for Sam Levitt. Swings it out to Jordan Tyson. Get him the ball as best you can, as many times as you can, and he's got the first down to the 29-yard line.
Tim, that's the first catch by a wide receiver, and it's Jordan Tyson. He is still down on the ground. That is not something you want to see if you're a Sun Devil fan. He's up.
Yeah, he's up now. I think he's adjusting his headgear and a shoulder pad there, but you're right. He's favoring that arm, maybe the elbow.
Yeah, we don't want to speculate, but he's just grimacing in some sort of pain.
Yeah, he is. Might have gotten a helmet there as he was tackled. He stays in there, though. Comes flanked to the top of your screen on 1st and 10. Brown, that's a pretty good cut to get it beyond the 30 to the 32. Be interesting to see if he stays out there. You know, just having Tyson on the field is so important to this offense because he is such a vital part of their offense.
Yeah, it's a lot of guys on his back coming down hard on Jordan Tyson there. But like I was kind of talking about, remember, keys to the game, you got to get other wide receivers involved because, like I said, he cannot bear the weight of the entire team in the pass-catching game.
Well, he certainly bared the weight of the Baylor defense there, and the elbow did hit first, and then his helmet hit the elbow on the way down. Look at Levitt go. On a play that looks like it's run by the Keystone Cops, he does it again for a first down. That is where he's at his best.
Tim, I said it earlier. You want him to throw it. You don't want to see this. When he gets back and he starts to look and run, watch him just get away from every single person, running around, finding his way, and picking up a big game for Arizona State.
Tackle from an official on the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Wow. That was a late flag. A sideline violation. A late sideline violation called by Kevin Bointman, our referee.
Yeah, and because it's not a warning, you imagine that the referee did probably fall down and really collision one of the coaches on the sideline for Baylor. That is a big penalty.
Oh, is it ever? You already gave up about a 35-yard run for a 10-yard gain and a first down. Now they've suddenly got it in your territory at the 43. So they pick up a net 25 on that play. Levitt dodges difficulty again and then airmails one towards Tyson, incomplete. Look at that right there.
Yeah, I mean, he is everything to this Sun Devil offense in the passing game. He continues to make catches and make big plays, but like I've talked about, you've got to find a way to get others involved, and not just the tight ends and running backs in the throw game. You got to get these wide receivers going so that they can have more space for their top wide receiver to make plays.
He developed tremendous chemistry with Levitt last year. Remember, he did not play in the playoff against Texas. He was not available. He was hurt. Brown gets ahead to the 40. You can make a great case that if they had had him, that's a win for Arizona State against Texas. 3rd down and 7 coming up.
Officials having a rough day today.
Yeah, we got an injured official here. It appears to be Marvel July. Yeah, Marvel July is the guy that's on the field down to one knee. Maybe just a Charlie horse trying to work it off. And a nice, pleasant response from the home crowd. He got his foot stepped on. Take a look at the left side of your screen here. Ouch, babe, right there. Yeah.
The bunion. Oh,
boy.
No, down goes Frazier.
Mateer.
Down goes Frazier.
That's pretty good for a man your age to remember how Howard Cosell's call back in the day.
You like that?
Against George Foreman in Zaire.
The Thriller in Manila.
Actually, that came later. That was an Ali fight, but you're in the neighborhood.
Yep.
Just cut your losses. Brown, a little jet sweep action, gets it into the 36-yard line. And 4th down coming up.
And the offense doesn't look to be coming off the field, so that long delay, it gave it a chance to talk to your team and say, hey, listen, if we don't get it here, stay on the field, we're going to go for it.
Marcus Arroyo, the offensive coordinator, there you see him. And it's LeVar Thornton Jr. that they're tending to.
He's jogging off the field, though, so that's a good sign.
Yep. You keep waiting, Devin, because both of these teams have explosive capability. You keep waiting for that explosive moment, really, for either team.
Yeah, and they've had some opportunities, and neither team has been able to capitalize, but this is a huge 4th down opportunity for Arizona State. And remember, the quarterback, number 10 in white, Sam Levitt, you have to mind his feet. His feet are dangerous. You can't let him outside the pocket.
Out of the shotgun. Slant to the man, Jordan Tyson, right at the line to make for a 1st down. He is just really difficult to stop. Only needed 3, and he got it with ease.
Anytime you get in that man-to-man situation, you can see him eliminate the defensive back right away, get inside, and create a friendly target for his quarterback, Sam Levitt.
And Tevin Williams, number 27 there, has to respect his ability for a double move.
Oh, yeah.
Brown. Ooh, look at him deliver a blow. That was some head-on collision at the 27 with Tevin Williams.
They talk about Kanye Udoh, the big back, number 6, but how about Raleek Brown lowering the boom?
Yeah, that's Cam Scadaboo-esque right there.
He's supposed to be the scat back.
First down from the 27. They fake the pitch, play action. Into the corner they go. McClain, the intended receiver, markers down. And Tevin Williams had his arms all over him. He was hugging him in the end zone.
And Tim, this is a great job by Malik McClain. He sees he might not be able to get to the ball, and he slows down and forces the defensive back to run right through him.
Right.
Number 27, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Yeah, he baited him here, didn't he?
Yeah, so 27, Tevin Williams III. He's going to be in catch-up at the bottom of your screen here. He's going to be in catch-up from the start because he's beat, right? So as he's catching up, you can see McClain throw that hand up. He slows down, and then he jumps on his back, trips him from the back, but he's never even going to get to that. Outstanding job of having poise and drawing the pass interference.
Yeah, that's a veteran receiver right there. Had a big one in the Big 12 title game against Iowa State last year. Levitt, quarterback power all the way. Spun down with a marker down at the 7-yard line of the Baylor Bears.
It looks like they're going to get a holding call on Josh Atkins, number 53, left tackle. But I don't love the call because the defensive end never strained to get to the quarterback. But he did have his hands wrapped around.
Look at Hines Ward right there. Boy, oh boy. Super Bowl
Illegal
champion.
formation. 5 players in the backfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Former Steeler. And I got to tell you, Devin, I'm a little upset with myself that I didn't see him pregame when we went down there. I did see the great Danny White, who's become a little bit of an unpaid analyst for Kenny Dillingham. But Hines was one whale of a receiver at Georgia. Even played some quarterback at Georgia after some injuries in the mid-90s. Before becoming an All-Pro and a Super Bowl champion with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a heck of a coach to have in college of the wide receivers. 1st and 15. Levitt on the zone read. Oh, he almost popped it. Almost popped it. Huge shoestring tackle by Tyler Turner, 17, or he may have had his giddy up all the way into the end zone.
They bring those 2 big offensive linemen around to cover up those defensive linemen, and he does a nice job of slithering through. And like you said, he almost popped it. And I started the show by saying 2 of the best athletes in all of America, and Sam Levitt is one of them.
2nd and 10. Wide receiver screen to Tyson. Well defended by Baylor. They weren't fooled at all right there. Just a 3-yard gain. So now a key 3rd down. The line to make just inside the 3-yard line. So 3rd and 7. And remember that stat. Arizona State 2 out of 7 on 3rd downs, and they have been struggling in that area all season long. They go empty again.
A single coverage to the bottom.
Pass is caught. It's Mateer. Does he get it? He's got the 1st down. Just inside the 3 at the 2. He had to work to get there, though. Boy, did he have to work for that 8 yards.
Another one of those talented tight ends in the Big 12. Shimon Mateer, nice job of Sam Levitt to check the ball down with nothing open downfield, and then he battles to get the 1st down.
And they go with a little sneak here. I don't think he made it. He's shy of the goal line. So it'll be 2nd down. Boy, he really did have to give not just a 2nd effort, but a 3rd effort to make this 1st down.
Yeah, like you said, here's the 1st effort. Okay, get off of me there. Then he has to boom, and then he has to continue to drive and try to find his way to pick up this 1st down.
He had to pass the 3, and he got it inside the 3 to the 2.
He wanted more. He
yes,
was
he did.
Of a touchdown.
They're only a half-yard away now on 2nd and goal.
This has been a really impressive drive for Arizona State.
Levitt again with the extra surge touchdown. Dillingham applauds. 4th rushing touchdown of the year for Sam Levitt.
And we talked about the extra effort from Shimon Mateer, but how about Sam Levitt? He gets stopped right away, and then he turns and twists and finds his way into the end zone.
You know, Devin, I was asked before the game by my friend John Morris, who calls the games for Baylor, what do you think about this game? I said, well, Texas Tech earlier today on Big Noon proved something, okay? They set the bar, and the winner of this game needs to keep pace with that bar that was set by the Red Raiders. The winner of this game is going to be in position, more than likely, all season long to contend for the Big 12 title. The loser can still have a good season, but you're going to be swimming upstream, baby, if you don't get the win tonight. A huge...
He's not wearing pants. Do birds need pants? They do. And the control room censored it. Oh!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This is a payday bar with tons of peanuts and caramel that get the job done, so you can think of it as a tool to hammer your hunger, cut your appetite in half, and demolish your urge for peanuts. Payday. Get to it. Also try Chocolatey Payday.
Drop whatever you're doing right now. The Wendy's $8 JBC meal deal is here. That's 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for no one. The #1 deal for the #1 bacon cheeseburger, gotta be Wendy's.
Angel Soft. Well, it's gotta be soft.
It's gotta be strong.
No, soft.
Strong.
No, soft.
No, strong.
No, soft.
No, strong.
Soft.
Strong.
Actually, Angel Soft is both. Soft so it's cushy and strong to get the job done. Unlike some other rolls, you don't have to choose. Angel Soft.
Soft and strong, simple.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I was getting the cake.
This Adam is on WhatsApp.
Everyone here?
Yep. Everyone on the WhatsApp group got the event invite and the location change.
Great.
This Adam is not.
Is everybody here? No one showed up.
Well, I texted the group. We moved it to your place.
But with all the RSVP texts, no one noticed the location change. This party was a huge. Wow, this one was just a tiny.
Surprise! Surprise!
Sorry, Larry.
There's no one hiding.
Don't want to miss an upset? Just tell Siri. Show me the college football schedule.
10-3 our score. We touched on Danny White a moment ago. Kenny Dillingham told me prior to the game, he said, I talk to him at least once a week, maybe twice a week. He gives me a pregame scouting report and then the scouting report for next week once we get done with this week. I said, does that make you an unpaid analyst? He said, well, I guess so. I'm really enjoying life right now. You talk about a star. Took Dallas to 3 NFC titles in the aftermath of filling the size 22s of Roger Staubach. He was also the punter for the Cowboys all those years in the 70s. Just a remarkable guy. Last appearance in the NFC title was 1980 against Philadelphia. Upman will take that kickoff and bring it up. Michael Allen. And with 6:20 to play, it's 1st and 10 for Baylor from there. You see those first 3 possessions. It opened with a fumble, but their defense stiffened, only allowed a field goal out of it the following possession. And then on downs, they had to give the ball up yet again. So Baylor looking to convert. And on the opposite side of things, the message from Dave Aranda this week to his team was, listen, we got on a roll last year after we lost that game at Iowa State before losing in the bowl game to LSU. But we need to win one of these big games at home. Tonight is the night. Robertson into man coverage, incomplete, but a marker down. Keith Abney got a little handsy with Josh Cameron that time.
Yeah, he was in good position, but as the ball's on the way, you can see it's going to be hands all over Cameron. Right, he's in good position. He's in phase, right? He looks back for the ball, but you can see hands all over, grabbing of the jersey, and Cameron does a nice job of trying to get back to the football.
Yep. He's upset with himself. He said, I didn't put it on the back shoulder where it needed to be.
Pass interference, number 1, defense. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
It is amazing the difference that makes for a quarterback, as they are really harder on themselves than any of their other critics. He knew he needed to put that on the back shoulder, didn't he?
And him a little more than anybody. He's kind of a perfectionist, and that's why his offensive coordinator, Jake Spavital, has been so instrumental with a more laid-back approach and laid-back personality, has allowed him to be fine with sometime making a mistake.
Caden Knighton. Well, you just cannot get to the edge. Keyshawn Elliott knows how to set it, doesn't he? And when you got Kendrick Breedlove as your nickel backer by your side, that helps in getting that done.
And defensive coordinator Brian Ward has these guys flying to the football.
2nd down and 10. Quadruple hitter day and night here on Fox. Again, they go fade. That time he put it right where he wanted. The biscuit in the basket of Josh Cameron with Keith Abney there alongside. 23 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, he said it when he threw it before on the pass interference. I could have put it a little bit further on your back shoulder. Well, that time, he does it perfectly. A very nice job of Cameron having strong hands, going back and snatching that football away.
Uh-oh, Robertson flushed. Good spin move to get out of trouble. Now he's just going to seek refuge out of bounds and does, as Keyshawn Elliott set his sights on him. Here's that previous catch. Yeah, why not go back to this, huh?
This former walk-on is a specimen of a football player. I just can't believe he was ever a walk-on, right? The body control, the ability to go up and snatch the football away. He has an opportunity with the country watching to go up against one of the best wide receivers in Jordan Tyson in the country, and he does a nice job there.
I love the story about some of his teammates and peers saying, you need to get rid of that funky number to play wide receiver. He said, no, I love 34. Nice inside screen going to Brown. They're trying to pop him loose. They feel like he has got breakaway speed once he's at the second level. Miles Rouser again, very active. Always, it seems, leading this Sun Devil team in tackles. A gain of 4, 3rd and 8 coming up.
A guy we haven't seen a bunch from just yet, Michael Trigg. He's the tight end in that position right there.
Yeah. How many times you see it, too? Looks like it might be a block. Then he pops away and becomes a receiver. Late timeout by Baylor.
They have to call timeout because they substituted, and because they did, Arizona State gets their opportunity. And as you know, and have you seen in college football, they're going to do it very gingerly.
Yes.
Wasted all the time. Got to use a timeout.
Want restaurant quality meals that actually support?
It's Fox College Football Friday.
Here we go.
TCU.
Touchdown.
Takes on Sam Levitt and Arizona State.
My goodness.
All eyes are on Friday night at 9 Eastern on Fox.
Tomorrow, another Fox NFL doubleheader starts with a rematch of last year's playoff classic. The Rams and the Eagles. Our other regional action. Then it's America's Game of the Week as Dak and the Cowboys take on Caleb and the Bears. Are the Cardinals and Niners? Check your local listings for games in your area. That pass intended for Brown. Incomplete, and another flag comes down. Javen Robinson in coverage.
And Javen Robinson isn't really complaining, but I think he may have a bit of a complaint. It seems like he kind of got pushed, and when he got pushed, he pulled.
Pass interference. Number 12, defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
That is the 6th Arizona State penalty.
Yeah, let's take a look here. You can see at the bottom of your screen, they're going to battle right here. And you see kind of a throw by, and he pulls as well, pulls him down to the ground. So I guess I do like the call.
Second guy gets caught. He did get jersey. Without the jersey, I think you're right.
Of course.
It might have been an OPI without the jersey pull. Trigg in motion. Now Trigg will block on the swing pass to Knighton. Knighton! At nightfall, it's Knighton following the big fella, Michael Trigg, the tight end who was there to provide the convoy.
And that's a true freshman that's really earned the trust of the coaching staff. To have him in the football game, to spell Bryson Washington. His last name is Knighton, but on the football field, he's lightning.
Yeah, I like that. You work on that overnight?
He's a 100-meter state champ.
You did work on that overnight.
Yes, indeed.
1st and goal from the 8. Washington the setback. Oh, plenty of time. Now he's running out. Robertson throws it away. He was in double coverage. He was just looking to unload it. Trigg is asking for pass interference. Look at that coverage.
They did a nice job of covering every single Baylor Bear wide receiver. And this is the maturation of Sawyer Robertson being able to move around and not make a bad play where sometimes the defense wins. He just dirts the ball and moves on to second down.
13 of 18 for 121. This pass is caught. It's Wilson. It is touchdown. Cole Wilson. His first touchdown reception of the season.
Ordinarily, Tim, when it's 3 over 3, you usually don't want to throw this, but look at the depth of the defender. He has a long way to travel, and so now you just expect number 2, Cole Wilson, to beat him to the edge. Nice blocking by the other wide receivers, and it's a touchdown for the Baylor Bears.
Boy, Josh Cameron with a whale of a block. You're right. Enabling him to get in. Hawkins, who already has the other 3 points, with the extra point. We're going to take a quick 30. Sawyer Robertson with his 11th touchdown pass of the year. Back in 30.
There have never been a worse time.
There's your drive of the night, Devin, for Baylor. 73 yards in just 7 plays.
What a response.
Yeah, a big-time response.
Before that drive, they were getting dominated in the time of possession, right? And that kind of closed the gap with that drive. Nice job by Sawyer Robertson in that offense.
Well, we expected a close game. The odds makers had this at under 3, 2 and a hook coming in. But I got to be honest with you, I expected far more scoring in this game than we've had.
These defenses have really come in and stood tall.
I have. Well, they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line, and Levitt will get another crack at it before the intermission.
And we talked about it at the beginning of the game, getting the other wide receivers involved. And to this point in the game, no other wide receiver has a reception. And you got to change that. Yep. Like I talked about, Jordan Tyson cannot be the only guy that contributes at the wide receiver position.
Yeah, it seems as though at least at this stage, Levitt is more comfortable going to Mateer.
No, you can stand on that, Tim.
Yep.
He's certainly comfortable with the tight end Mateer.
Malik Brown in the backfield.
Ball's
on the ground. Baylor says they've got it. But let's see. Whew. Brown got back on top of it. That was close.
Ball security has to be at a premium here at the end of the half. You see him right there. He has good ball security, right? He has it tight, but when you're going through traffic, you want to get 2 hands on that ball.
Yeah.
Nice job jumping in there by number 45, Kylan Reed.
Yeah, the sophomore from Arlington punched it out of there. Now to Tyson. That throw was a little high, which disrupted the rhythm for Tyson to try to get more yardage out of that play.
Yeah, because it's high, he can't catch and run, and so you've got those safeties tracking the ball, getting to him as quickly as they can, and it sets up yet another 3rd and 8.
Where they are 3 of 8.
These 3rd and long situations, though, remember the quarterback, Sam Levitt, his legs have been disastrous for this Baylor defense.
Pressure. Blitz was picked up. Pass is incomplete. Kamari Anderson, the backup tight end, was the intended receiver, but Jacob Redding all over him. And the pass was thrown a little behind Anderson as we hit the 2-minute timeout.
Another outstanding break by number 38 in these dark charcoal uniforms, Jacob Redding. We saw one earlier when he thought he might have an interception. He does it again here. We've got ourselves quite the battle, partner.
You think? We may have to call about timeouts late.
What in God's name is that?
We are seeing widespread destruction across the globe.
Oh my God, there's hundreds of them.
Hostiles. Repeat, we have hostiles. Mayday, mayday.
We came here from the digital world.
This is the end of mankind.
No, it's not.
Tron Ares, rated PG-13. Get tickets now. Only in theaters October 10th.
At Burger King, you write the rules at value.
And in America's Game of the Week, Dak Prescott leads the Cowboys against the Bears. Yeah! It's a huge doubleheader Sunday on Fox.
You think there's a little get up and go in Kenny Dillingham? They got to give it up. He knows now that Baylor's going to have one last look with 2 minutes left and a couple of timeouts to work with as they punt the ball away. Kenyon Floyd gets his leg into it, and a fair catch is called by Cameron. 39-yard boot. Been a very active day in the Big 12 and elsewhere, and with all of that, and to detail what's coming up on the State Farm halftime, here's Sarge.
Coming up on the State Farm halftime, Texas Tech and Utah in a battle for Big 12 supremacy. The first ranked matchup between Illinois and Indiana in 75 years. And see what Jackson Arnold did against his former team in Norman. Tim and Devin, how do you do? I'll send it back to you.
How'd he do? How was that?
Rhyming Surge. How about that?
How was that? Did he do a good job with the how do you do?
He really did. Yeah. He really did. And by the way, no pride in authorship. Anybody wants to use it. I got it from Keith Jackson, so, no pride in authorship here. Robertson with plenty of time. Right into the seam. He finds Prentice again. Kobe Prentice came in with 10 receptions. He's had 3 tonight.
That's a really nice job by Sawyer Robertson of going from left all the way to right. We call it pure progression. 1 to 2 to 3, and he hits it on his 4th read.
2nd down and a yard to go. Washington has the first down.
Just continues to develop as a passer. He goes left and then across and then across, and then he finally finds it on his 3rd read and an accurate throw to set up a 2nd and short.
Under pressure, and a flag comes down as he releases the football. Could be a holding penalty here against Baylor, as the heat was coming on Sawyer Robertson.
Holding, number 69, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Dave Aranda not happy with that. Betty on.
Take a look at this spin, right? That's a hold there. Take a look at this spin. He's going to go here and poof, right underneath. Outstanding pressure that he's putting on that tackle, and he just has to grab him.
Yeah, that was a great move. Fugar, by the way, was the guilty party. Sidney Fugar, 69.
Clayton Smith on the spin.
Big time spin. Robertson, again under duress, just had to ditch it, get rid of it. So not much happening on this series as the Arizona State defense gets what it wants, and with the help of the penalty, moves them back even further. Early storyline today in the Big 12 was the big noon kickoff win for Texas Tech. And they got it with their backup quarterback, Will Hammond, coming in for an injured Baron Morton. Sawyer Robertson and Sam Levitt, 2 of the other outstanding QBs, are on display tonight. Robertson with a pump fake and a beauty, and it's Washington out of the backfield. Are they going to say, yes, he did catch it, a quick timeout taken. Oh, they're going to call it incomplete, and a late timeout appeared to be called. I thought at first glance he had caught the football, but let's see.
Take a peek and see if he traps it before it gets to the ground.
Yeah, nose of the football's on the ground.
Oh, no, that's a lot of movement. That's an incomplete pass, and that is big for Arizona State because they get to retain timeout. Right now they have 3. So do you keep the ball on the ground and keep the clock moving
and
force them to use a timeout, or do you risk throwing the ball? I think you go with a run play here or a screen, something you know will complete a pass to keep that clock moving.
Absolutely. Otherwise, you get Levitt all kinds of time to work with 3 timeouts. Flushed. Washington. Very important play there. Quick timeout, though, but they got some room. Javen Robinson, Martell Hughes with the stop. It was important, as you mentioned, to get a completion.
Yes.
Get the clock moving, which they did.
And force Arizona State to use one of those timeouts.
Yeah.
And also getting that amount of yardage, that's big too, because now you really can flip the field and you force that Arizona State offense to try to go the distance of the field. You can hear the crowd screaming because they're reacting. That tackle is very high, up and around the helmet area, and they want a face mask. They're not going to get it. Let's take a look and see if they have a reason to have an attitude. Not a face mask, right? He does graze the face, but he doesn't grab it. That's not a face mask. Nice job by the officials of not making that call.
That was Martell Hughes, the sophomore from San Diego. Nothing illegal about that.
I know his wrist probably hurts, though.
Yeah.
Hitting that wrist on that face mask.
Malik Brown is back deep. He's waiting inside his 10. As Falmer Williams, number 94, gets ready to boot it away. Junior from Advance, North Carolina. Fair catch, and this one will take a huge Baylor bounce.
My goodness.
That might be a drive concluder right there.
Incredible.
That might conclude the half more quickly than surmised by Kenny Dillingham.
All right, Tim, you do all that golf, and I need a golf reference right now. What is that?
That was a quality L wedge, okay?
Okay.
A lob wedge, a 60-degree lob wedge. If you play with Callaways, and this left-hander does, you call that a Mac Daddy special.
I mean, that is an incredible punt.
Yep.
That you can't draw it up any better.
No,
And this,
no.
I don't know why he's doing that because it's going out of bounds at the 1. I have no idea why he's doing that. He almost ruins the entire operation, but an outstanding job.
Falmer Williams knew it. No doubt about that. He's had 31 punts of better than 50 yards, but none of them more effective than that in his career. And that could shut down this first half quickly. Yeah, just snap it, hang on to it, feel like you're in victory formation, and get out of here. And try to keep people healthy. Quick timeout is taken by Baylor. So now they're thinking about getting the ball back.
Gotta love the chess moves.
Oh, I love it. I do.
On both sides.
Dave Aranda being a defensive mind. Really one of the great defensive minds.
And to be honest, Tim, we have to give it up for his defense.
Absolutely.
They are shorthanded in many positions, and they are finding a way to stand tall time and time again against this explosive Arizona State offense.
I think most people nationally liked Arizona State's chances in this game, in large measure because of the injuries to Baylor. Dillingham's team, of course, lost that heartbreaker on the road in Starkville, which, by the way, can happen easily. But they lost it after not getting in at the Mississippi State 1 and then giving up a 60-yarder on a blitz nickel package when his nickelbacker, who would have had a sack, slipped and fell. Otherwise, they'd be undefeated coming into this game. Levitt again. Still have one to use. The State will touch it first. Jaron Hamilton in single safety. And yet another touchback. Let's go down to Josh R. Sims.
Well, Timmy B, I caught up with Kenny Dillingham just a few minutes ago. He told me in the first half, happy with the way the defense was playing, happy with how they played on offense. Said we had a limited amount of possessions. We made the most of it, but we're killing ourselves with these penalties, self-inflicted wounds. We need to clean those things up. But he said they're in good position heading into this half. They just need to put points on the board.
And look at those possessions too, Devin. You know, cleaning it up and making some dynamic plays, and Tyson's been unable to, and when he doesn't, they don't.
Yeah. And remember, one of my keys to the game, getting other wide receivers involved. They just haven't been able to do it to this point in the game.
Brown taking it on a little jet sweep action coming from that slot. And he gets ahead for 5. That's a healthy gain on first down.
And you know who is touching the ball quite a bit? Malik Brown.
Yeah.
He's touching the ball early in this game, and he continues to touch it often. That's his 12th touch of the football game.
Yeah, but easily the most productive offensive player for either team. He remains in his setback. Mateer, the tight end, is in motion. Stays back to block, and Levitt slings it out here, complete to the 41 to Malik McLean. That's the first down.
We just talked about it. You got to try to get other wide receivers involved. That's the first reception for a wide receiver that is not named Jordan Tyson. And how about the quarterback getting all the way across the formation in man-to-man coverage and driving a ball perfectly outside for McLean to catch?
Well, the maturation of Levitt has been well documented, but that example right there, those eyes moving from check down to check down, illustrates it. And again, DJ Coleman, the nickelbacker, just extended that play and gave Malik Brown no opportunity to make anything happen.
And going back to that last play, Tim, not only did he go through his progression, but he got hit while throwing, right?
Sure did.
Still a perfect throw on the outside. Like I talked about in halftime, Levitt has a cape packed away that he can bring out at any time. He's got great ability at the quarterback position.
Yeah, he is such a workhorse. He'll work into the dark hours of night, surprises his coaches all the time when he's in the building. Kanye Udo has checked back in, the Army transfer. And they go with a quick curl to Mateer, the tight end, and he's got it at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 6.
You would love to get some yards after catch if you're Mateer. He falls to the ground, but there's really no need. That's a good, accurate throw by Levitt. You want to catch that tight turn and get down the field for more yards.
But again, that tackle for loss on first down means the gain of 6 still means you've got 3rd and 5. They're 3 out of 9 tonight on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Levitt on a streak pattern. Well, they got a lot of jersey there. Boy, he may have gotten away with that. I think he did. That pass was intended for Jaron Hamilton, and I don't know how they did not let the yellow hanky come out there. I mean, absolutely, pass interference should have been called.
I looked over there to see if you had your glasses on, because how did you see that? Outstanding pickup by you. He does have the jersey, and the referees just did not see it. So, because they didn't see it, outstanding defense by Baylor.
That was Caldwell Williford, the corner, just into the game, and he absolutely did something illegal and got away with it. 4th and 5, and that means Floyd will have to punt it away. Josh Cameron awaits and takes the fair catch inside the 15, a 40. A similar problem that they had in the home game against Auburn, that they could have won but didn't. That pass is dropped by Trigg. Keyshawn Elliott had a little something to do with it. He popped him pretty good, but that was catchable.
Yeah,
2nd and 10.
That's a play that Trigg makes more times than not. And another nice job by Robertson, just going through his progressions and finding the open guy. Expect a big play from Trigg later on because of that drop.
You see where they've got him, too. Not exactly where a tight end would normally be. Bryson Washington gets out for at least 7. Keyshawn Elliott with the stop. Keyshawn Elliott's one of those guys, too. A little bit like Sawyer Robertson. First guy in the building for his team of Arizona State defensively. Senior from Richmond Mo. That man did a marvelous job last year. Made that tackle after the gain of 8. 3rd down and 2. Cole Wilson is coming to the game. He's been targeted several times.
There's a light box there. Quarterback draw is alive.
They go for Cameron. He lost the ball. He lost the ball. It's live. Cameron lost it. They're going to rule it incomplete. They ruled it incomplete. Did not make a football play after the catch. Well, he'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, and Robertson finds the right guy. A perfect throw there.
Yeah.
But as he's, I don't know. They're going to look at that.
Pretty close. I don't know. I thought it was a fumble in real time.
Because it's an immediate recovery, I think there's a chance.
Forward pass is under further review.
Yeah, I think there's a chance that they review this and give the ball to Arizona State.
I do too.
I think that's pretty clear that he caught that ball and started to make a football move.
And not only one, but he had 2 full steps, was working on number 3.
Yeah, the ball was tucked. Clear recovery right there by number 30, Cyrus Fiaseu.
Well done.
You like that?
Yeah. Fiaseu is the senior from Henderson, Nevada. Had a couple of tackles in that game with Texas State. And had that big 29-yard pick for 6 and 24 against Wyoming.
And if this is changed to a fumble, this would be the second fumble for the talented Josh Cameron, something you just don't usually see from him. And so it happens so fast.
Yeah,
it is tough to see. Does he make a football move? However, when they go back to replay, I think they're going to say that he was able to catch the ball, tuck it, put it away, look upfield, and start to make his way down the field before that, because it doesn't come out on that first contact. It comes out on the second contact. And a nice job of number 6, Adrian Wilson. I wrote headhunter as the comment because he runs down trying to hit. And let's bring in our expert Mike Pereira and see what he thinks.
Tough one for Rick Lumiere, actually, in the replay booth here. In real time, it looks like he didn't have the element of time, but let's remember the process here, and I think you covered it great. So you get control and then a body part. And now, to me, you have extra steps before that ball gets knocked out. So as we look at it in slow motion, you're going to see third step, and so now you're going to get the element of time. Feels like, to me, a catch and a fumble as we look at it now.
I'm right there with you. I think they got to overturn it.
After further review, the receiver caught the ball, fumbled it, and it was recovered immediately by the defense at the 32-yard line. It will be Arizona State's ball at that spot, first down.
I tell you, Pereira is batting 1,000 for us. It didn't go quite that way with Gus and Joel earlier today. He and Joel had a rough go of it.
They did have a rough go of it.
I think the Gus bus was smiling all the way to the bus. He had their number all day today. Thank you, Mike. Great work as always. And you know what? So much of what we talk about in situations like that with reviews is subjective. Mm-hmm. It just is.
Yeah. It's up for interpretation for the referee.
Udo.
After that turnover, the goal here is to hold Arizona State to a field goal. Can you stand tall? Maybe even push them back out of field goal range if you get the opportunity, but at least hold them to a field goal and give your offense a chance when they get back.
Well, can you say carbon copy of the way the game began? Mm-hmm. Baylor gave it up on their opening possession.
Absolutely right.
On a fumble by Cameron. But held on, and Arizona State had to settle for 3. Malik Brown.
Man, Baylor's defensive backfield has done an outstanding job on these screens of just tracking that football and getting to the ball carrier as quickly as they can. Yeah. Again, third down in the red zone. Players, not plays. And the player that hasn't touched the ball on this drive just yet, Jordan Tyson. I imagine that Baylor would try to do something to try to take him away, but on the outside, you're going to sacrifice a lot of field for the other wide receivers. He'll be at the top of your screen, number 0 in white.
On 3rd and 5 out of the shotgun. Quick to Mateer on the slant, should be enough. First down, move the chains, gain of 6. Tyler Turner with the tackle.
It's a nice immediate tackle by Turner, but a nice job getting the distance to get the first down and a nice accurate throw by Sam Levitt.
Still yards being given up grudgingly by Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
Forcing Arizona State and Sam Levitt to dink and dunk. Nothing explosive for Arizona State. Tyson out in motion. And they go underneath. They used him as a decoy and found Mateer. And Mateer gets it inside the 10. That was a well-conceived play, wasn't it? You got Tyson moving, and he clears the way for Mateer underneath.
Yeah, a lot of window dressing with your best player, and then keep an eye right there. It's going to be your tight end, Mateer. He's going to go 1,000, 2,000, block there, and then set up for the screen. He's got blockers out in front. A really well-designed play by offensive coordinator Marcus Arroyo.
Including Tyson, who was way down there and was attracting a lot of attention. Udo burrows ahead to about the 5, maybe inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4. This defense has really stiffened when necessary.
Yeah, they battled all night.
Udo again. That's why they brought him in from Army. Get those tough yards that Cam Scottavoo used to get. That's Jackie Marshall, who's not completely healthy. He's been banged up. The senior from Laplace, Louisiana. Big time play that time by him. So here we go. 3rd and goal. And the crowd is feeling it here. The way this game has gone, the difference in holding them to 3 and a touchdown is huge. Levitt into the end zone, incomplete. And he was trying to find Tyson. And Caden Jenkins was right there, number 8 in green and gold.
So at home, Arizona State fans are probably thinking, I want a pass interference there, but I think this is perfect by Jenkins. Watch him here. They both have contact on each other, but watch his eyes are back. His eyes are back. They're both grabbing each other. They've shown that they're going to allow them to play all game. I really like the no call there.
So do I. Be consistent. It's all you ask for as a coaching staff. 21-yard try now for Gomez to give the Sun Devils a 3-point lead. So the turnover leads to 3, much as it did to start this game. Nothing coming easily in the Big 12 tonight.
A diagnosis doesn't define you. Even ATTR cardiac.
Spring Summary is sponsored by Modelo. Now recruiting full-time fans. Please drink responsibly. Now let's go down to Josh Sims. Josh?
Well, Tim, the normally sure-handed Josh Cameron having a rough night. After that second lost fumble, he came over to the sideline, slammed his helmet down, kicked the bench, walked all the way down to the other side of the bench, and sat by himself. His wide receiver coach, Dallas Baker, came over, talked to him briefly, patted him on the back, gave him his helmet back, and he rejoined the offense. But this is one of the leaders of this team having a rough night and just itching for an opportunity to make up for it.
And Tim, he's a battler. Throughout his entire career, he's been a battler, and he's been exemplary as far as the guy doing the right thing. So expect him to try to make a big play.
Ooh, Cole Wilson with a rare opportunity to bring it back, and he gets it out to the 29. That's big in this game. We've seen nothing but touchbacks for the most part on kickoffs.
Now, Tim, we came into this game, and we were thinking we're going to see haymakers. Mike Tyson in his prime. And we've seen more of the Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll, control the fight from both of these teams. And you have to expect at some point one of these teams is going to make a big play.
More like Mike Tyson against that YouTube guy? Is that what you're saying?
It's a little bit bad.
Yeah, you had to educate me on Jake Paul. I got to tell you the truth.
Yeah. You're not on YouTube much.
Underneath, incomplete, intended for Caden Knighton coming out of the backfield. We got a flag down. Boy, I tell you, there's a lot of popping going on.
Yes, 2 flags came from 2 separate areas, 2 separate officials.
Anyone thinking that the Big 12 is all about offense and they're not playing D?
They've changed that.
An eligible receiver downfield, number 1 on the offense. The player was on the line and covered by another player. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
So they tag Trigg. He's kind of in disbelief about that.
Yeah, that's an unforced error for Baylor.
Has elected to decline the penalty. It will be second down.
Yeah, they decided to decline it. So 1 less down for Spivatel to work with. There's Trigg, you see.
Yeah, and so when I saw them walk out, they did check with the referee, and for whatever reason, they said it was an illegal formation. It looks like only 1 guy was on there.
Plenty of time for Robertson, just no one there. Needing some help, he unloads it. And he almost made it a little too dangerous as he was trying to find Lewis Brown. Rodney Bimage, the redshirt freshman out of Houston, was dangerously close to that one.
I mean, that is a long time to have to cover, Tim.
Sure is.
Outstanding job by the Arizona State defense, finding their man, plastering to them, and making sure there's nowhere to go with that football.
See the passing yard situation. It's the defenses have ruled the night here in Waco. Robertson. That was a quick slant, was broken up beautifully. Abney absolutely all over Cameron like a cheap suit.
He's seen it all night, right? He's seen that quick slant all night, and that time he was ready for it. He's almost in a sprinter's position as that ball's being released, and he has perfect timing. Watch outside Abney see it, and then drive as that ball's coming in and get their perfect timing by number 1 in white.
Palmer Williams, who had that great boot that landed at stayed at the 1-yard line earlier in the first half, will kick it away to Malik Brown, who's awaiting at his own 25, backpedaling for it, and a fair catch made at 17. 53 yards on that boot. Dare I say we're playing field position football in a Big 12 game? Are you kidding me?
And Doug.
Are you here for Tracy?
We're here for everyone. Limo and I help people save hundreds by customizing car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
We ordered a limo, not a limo.
Oh, yeah. We do that too.
The limo?
At your service. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
We're clearly different.
It's Fox College Football Friday.
Here we go.
TCU.
Touchdown.
Takes on Sam Levitt and Arizona State.
My goodness.
All eyes are on Friday night at 9 Eastern on Fox.
Fox College Football is sponsored by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Wonderful Waco, home to the Baylor Bears, synonymous with the great Grant Taft, one of the all-time great coaches, AFCA leader and college football Hall of Famer. Now Dave Aranda at the controls of this program. And Levitt's gonna sling it out there. Go long, and that one is going to be incomplete with a marker down. Jaron Hamilton was tackled.
Yeah, he had
absolutely tackled on that play.
Had to do it. He was beat in coverage, number 18, Caldwell Williford.
Yep, twice he's done it. That's Williford for the second time. He got away with the first one, but not this one.
You can see at the bottom of your screen, he's grabbing from the start, and then he still breaks through, and then he has to reach out and grab
Pass
again.
interference. Number 18, defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And at home, so you know, that's exactly what you want to do if you're beat.
Yeah.
Unlike the NFL, it's not a spot foul where he's going to get the ball where you made the foul. He's going to get a 15-yard penalty, so you'd much rather have that than give up a very long touchdown.
Yeah, they teach you to do that. And by the way, another example of just how depleted this Baylor team is, both up front and in its secondary tonight. Young man, they're picking on him, obviously. Brown out to the 40. Be 3 yards shy of the first down. Keaton Thomas with the tackle.
You can just see both of these teams just staying within striking distance of each other. Trying to get to those big play opportunities, especially for Arizona State, but they just haven't been able to connect on them. We've waited to see Jordan Tyson make that big play, that big splash athletic play, and he hasn't been able to do it. You have to give a lot of credit to the Baylor Bear defense. However, I love what I'm seeing from Sam Levitt being able to control this football game.
Brown, he had made the line to make for the first down before being pushed back. Here's a look at Jordan Tyson's evening so far.
Yeah, he hasn't had the impact that everyone watching probably thought he would have, right? You got there trying to get him a quick screen, and then this is the play that he usually makes. He's not able to make it. It's a great defensive play. They try to get him a screen on the outside just so he can touch the football, but this Baylor Bear defense has been all over him, making plays, just keeping all of his production to minimal.
Guys like Tevin Williams, LeVar Thornton Jr., Devin Bobby, who's a constant, all making big plays, and now the Williford kid got away with a pass interference and got called for one a moment ago, and they're picking on him of late. Out into the flat to Malik Brown, who has by far and away been the most targeted player from Levitt in tonight's game, and it's Williford that does usher him out. Second down and 5.
Here's an opportunity right here for Jordan Tyson to get the football. Take a look. He's going to run his dig route, and he's going to be open in the middle of the field with an opportunity to get it. But Sam Levitt gets to his check down quickly to make sure he doesn't hold the football and get pressure in his face.
They go with 5 wides, and Brown was one of them. I'll take care of things myself.
That's something we haven't seen a bunch of, those design quarterback runs. But like I talked about at halftime, this is winning time. This is towards the second half in the game where you've got to make these plays. So they're going to start to put more emphasis on keeping the ball in Levitt's hands, not making him just do it when he's in the drop back pass game and has to scramble around.
Marcus Arroyo, the offensive coordinator, knows this. If there's a cape that he can put on, now's a good time to do it. A 10-point lead could be big in this game. Brown, Kyson Brown, Little sweep action, gets it again to about the 40-yard line of Baylor, a gain of 6. And they're staying in second and short, so you can say they're on time on this drive.
Yes, they've done a nice job here in the second half of being on schedule, making sure that first down play is productive, 4 more yards so that they can stay on schedule and continue to move the chains.
Levitt lets it fly, and it's caught. And Shimon Mateer right where he needed it at the 25-yard line. First down after a pickup of 15.
I love the design of the play. Use one wide receiver to clear out and then chase the tight end right behind him, and he throws it right to him on the sideline in that whole space.
You got to be thinking Matt Powledge, the defensive coordinator for Baylor, must be thinking, we got to get a tackle for loss. We got to get him behind the chains somehow, some way. Brown, the lone setback, an extra tight end. They go heavy with it, and nothing doing this time. That's the kind of first down defensive play you want if you're Baylor. For a second and long. I'm impressed with the job this guy has done, Devin.
Yeah, he has, and he's had to deal with Raleek Brown. He's got 18 touches now on the night, far and away more than anyone else on the Arizona State offense. And it feels like at this point, if you control Raleek Brown, you'll have a real chance.
Making it difficult on his counterpart, Marcus Arroyo. See what he dials up on 2nd and 10 here. Blitz coming from the safety. It's red. Flag down. Mateer with the reception. He's knocked out at the 22, so we'll check the marker.
Hold on number 53, Josh Atkins, the left tackle. I mean, he just wraps his arm around the neck of the defender.
Holding, number 53, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
There he is right here. Watch me. He gets out of his stance. It seems like a little bit late, and he's beaten, so he just grabs around the neck of number 50, Matthew Fobbs White.
Tell you what, I'm going to give some credit to Malik Brown right there. He did pick up the blitzing safety nicely. But the left tackle was just trying to protect Levitt. He knew there was more action coming from that side of the field. Levitt in some trouble, dodges it. Oh, look at that. What an ad-lib job. Eusebio, number 83, the redshirt sophomore with his first catch. So that is a rare opportunity for a wide receiver other than Tyson to make a play.
We showed a play similar to this where he just finds a way, right? He's going to go through his reads, pump fake there, a little jump throw there, and he just is a backyard football player doing his thing, finding a way to get it done, and that's one of those cape-type plays.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking Danny White is over there, the former Cowboys quarterback, and he's thinking, I'm looking at Roger Staubach at the college level here. Tyson with that catch, but a great tackle in space to hold Tyson short of the first down. Gain of 4, it'll be 4th and a yard to go.
What an outstanding job by number 33, DJ Coleman. He tracks him all the way across the formation. Watch him and watch who's chasing. Outstanding job of just a race to the edge, and he stops him for a minimal gain, even though he's able to get close to a first down.
The young man out of Mesquite, Texas. Well, Arizona State is 1 for 1 on 4th down today. This is another opportunity. They go I formation. Udo dotting the I. He's stoned. He is stoned at the line of scrimmage. Was that Levitt that came in there late to try to give a late push? I believe it may have been.
You don't see that from Dave Aranda often. The emotion. He's talked to us about how thin they are on the defensive line. What are we going to do? Are we going to find a way to stop the run? And to get a 4th down stop like that, you got to love the big number 8, Samu Tamu Pepe with that big stop. How about the passion from head coach Dave Aranda?
The transfer from A&M.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my card.
Football is sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. And so is the Baylor defense. Samu Tamon Pepe. And Levitt could not believe it. He was so angry he decided to go in late to get a block, but that's just it. It was too late. And look at that reaction from the normally stoic.
Yeah. That's a lot of meat to try to stop that run.
Samu made the play.
6'3", 376.
Bryson Washington forges ahead to the 22. Healthy gain. Third quarter play-wise, Arizona State had 23 plays to Baylor's 6. We got 124 to play, so they've had the ball but gotten 0 out of it. 3 points, and that's it, and that was because of a turnover. Baylor's defense stiffened after they gave up the ball in the start of the second half, much as they did at the beginning of this game. That was a huge stop they got on fourth down.
We've talked about Rouser coming down in the box, making those plays at the line of scrimmage. He does it again there.
Bears are 2 out of 7 on third down conversions. This is a 3rd and short. Washington, nice spin, baby, spin. And he's got the first down at the 30.
And that is a tough run for Washington because like we talked about, Miles Rouser is coming down to lay the wood, but he can't get him to the ground. He avoids it, shuts it off a little bit, and finds a way to drive those legs and pick up a first down.
Robertson, that's picked off. Keith Abney with the pilfer. That was an out pattern. The receiver was in, the pass went out, and Robertson is picked off.
What an amazing play by Abney. He's in position. It's called a dropout, Tim. The receiver's supposed to drop out to the sideline, and he runs the route for him. Give me that. Abney with a great play on the football. And like I always say, who said the defensive backs can't catch?
Look at that reaction from Brian Ward and company. They are enjoying it in the coach's booth.
That is an outstanding play made.
It really was.
By number 1 and White.
Yeah, like waking up the echoes of some of the great cover corners ever at any level.
Yeah.
So just like that, the Baylor defense will be called upon to make another stop. Levitt under duress. There's Sam at his best inside the 10. 27 yards, and it's 1st and goal. Now, Wade Brown, the lone setback. He'll tote it, looking to get outside. Nothing doing. Baylor set the edge against that stretch play all night long. And you know, Powlitz told us, the defensive coordinator for Baylor, says tackles for losses on first down are going to be huge tonight. And they have been.
And they were very worried about how they would hold up against this rush attack. And I have to tell you, they've done a nice job of just controlling what Arizona State has been able to do on the ground.
Look at that percussion section getting close to the field. 2nd and goal. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Levitt, a power run all the way, in all kinds of trouble and down. And the Bears defense stiffens again. All kinds of heat off the edge. Nowhere to go. Caden Jenkins, number 8, led the way.
I mean, just take a look at number 8, set the edge, coming down right on the outside, and he takes on the block and then grabs the runner, Sam Levitt, and that's just difficult to do. He sets it up for the rest of the cavalry to come and make the play, and that's a tackle for loss to set up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, a loss of 7 on that play. 3rd and goal from the 16. Levitt with time. Lets it fly. Tipped into the air. Is it intercepted? I think it bounced. I think it may have bounced incomplete. Tevin Williams was in a position. The ball was scooped by him. But again, Baylor gets the stop they had to get.
I mean, they are in position and almost comes away with that amazing play. But again, they stand tall after a turnover and hold this Arizona State offense to just 3 points. They're going to review it. It's going to be fairly quick because they're probably looking at did it bounce off of his hand, but it definitely bounced off the ground there.
Yeah, DJ Coleman scooped that, 33.
Great effort by DJ Coleman.
Tevin Williams, though, just a masterful play.
Yeah. These defenses, man. Who says the defense that the Big 12 doesn't play defense? Who said that?
Exactly.
Is that you? Did you say that?
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
This shouldn't take very long.
Yeah, this is uncomfortable for everyone, right?
Yeah.
It's fairly clear that the ball bounced off of the ground, but I think they want to make sure that it didn't bounce off of his hand. But Mike Pereira, we love to get you on camera, so come on in here.
Well, it's clearly an incomplete pass, and they're starting to go with expedited reviews. The first replay that we showed him, you could see it was incomplete. We got to keep the pace of games going.
The ruling of an incomplete pass is upheld. It will be 4th down.
I'm with you there, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
and as the NFL, Tim, as they started with expedited reviews and they are now doing in college in some of the conferences, to me, let's save some time and keep the game going and not have to go to the sideline and look at the obvious.
Amen.
100%.
Amen to that. So here we go from 33 yards now. Jesus Gomez.
I want to show that to Steve.
There he goes, right through the uprights. Now he's 8 out of 9 on the season, is Jesus Gomez. And that lead is but 6. Still a one-score game as we promenade through the 4th quarter down here in Texas. How about this catch by the fan? That's a YouTube moment. Oh, he got it. He got it. We're good.
Close. Oh, he threw it back right away. Nice.
The Colonel believed his KFC chicken sandwich should be huge on flavor. Tender chicken, crisp pickles, but with a tiny $3.99 price. Oh, that crumb looks giant next to that tiny price. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. The $3.99 KFC chicken sandwich.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I reward full-time fans. Check out this recruit. The ultimate tailgater doesn't just show up, she shows out. This full-time fan deserves a Modelo.
Finding Inner Flex with Duluth Double Flex Denim. Look deep. Deeper. 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 Too deep. Find your inner flex with Duluth Double Flex Ballroom Denim. Only at Duluth Trading.
To find your way, sometimes you have to pave it yourself. Forge your own path through grit and determination. Introducing the most capable CRV we've ever dreamed up. Now part of the Honda Trail Sport lineup.
Fox College Football is sponsored by Pacific Life, building confident futures for nearly 160 years. Boy, oh boy, how many opportunities for Arizona State to take command of this game, and they've gone awry because Baylor's defense has just been too good in the red zone. 6-point game. Dave Aranda's team has managed to stay in it because of its defense.
Yes, it feels like almost solely because of defense.
Because their offense has been stagnant. The Arizona State defense has been money as well. And the touchback. Look at our game summary, sponsored by Pacific Life, building confident futures for, is that 160 years? I think I said that earlier. Yeah, look at this. Levitt to run and making some miraculous plays on his own, but unfortunately not getting much help. And at the goal line, getting stoned. Forced out again. Air Robertson finally making some hay to give them an opportunity to get into the end zone.
And stay within striking distance.
Yeah, and those defensive plays in the third quarter by Baylor to hold this to a one-score game have been magnificent. And now it's time for Sawyer Robertson to talk about what he can do with Superman's cape at winning time. Keyshawn Elliott with that stop and another loss on first down for the Baylor offense.
Yeah, I can all but guarantee the conversation on the sideline with offensive coordinator Jake Spavital and Sawyer Robertson was, hey, this is the time, right? No more holding back. Yep. We've got to make these plays, and the ball is going to be in your hands.
Quick wide receiver screen out to Cameron. And Josh Cameron, that's a guy you would think if they're going to have an explosive play in the passing game, it would likely be him, or maybe Trigg, the tight end.
Yeah, they have a multitude of options.
They do.
Right? You got Michael Trigg, you got Cole Wilson. There are a number of options on the field. They just have to make the plays when they're available.
3rd down and 4 from the 31 of Baylor. Washington. No, he's 2 yards shy. 2 yards shy of the first down. And now you begin to think Jordan Crook made that stop. Your defense has been on the field a lot. Do you need to keep possession of this game and roll the dice right here? And it looks as though they will.
Yeah, because this is going to be a quick 3 and out if they were to punt this ball away.
Yeah.
And I think there's little to no chance that this ball is not in the hands of Sawyer Robertson.
Out of the shotgun, they need the 35. That's the line to make. Wide open, Trigg. First down, and then some. Out to near midfield. He went through his progressions there. Jordan Crook with the stop.
You got to love the poise from Sawyer Robertson, who starts left and then moves across the formation and gets all the way to his last read after throwing an interception on 4th down. That poise is what they love about Sawyer Robertson.
Where do you want to get it?
Washington gets ahead for 2, maybe 3. 2nd down and 7. Washington, the young man out of Franklin, Texas, stopped by Justin Watsey, number 95.
Tim, expect a shot here soon, because what Arizona State is doing on defense, they're having their safeties low, and they're playing this man-to-man coverage, right? And against man-to-man coverage, Baylor's done a nice job of taking shots and giving opportunities to their talented wide receivers.
Robertson coming back for it. Nice adjustment by the receiver, Josh Cameron. He came back to help his quarterback there.
Oh, watch him turn the defender around. Press, 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 and then get on that outside and race back to the football. Nice job by Cameron and a great route.
In the comebacker, though, he failed to make the line to make. It's 3rd and a yard to go. Out of the shotgun. Uh-oh, that was trouble. That might have been picked. That was dangerous. Wilson, the intended receiver. Kendrick Breedlove was in position.
It's actually perfect that it was dropped.
Yeah.
Right, they've seen it enough. They've seen that quick screen thrown out there, and a nice job of Breedlove making sure he beats the ball to the receiver.
So here we go again. Yet another 4th down that Baylor must convert. 1 out of 2 on 4th downs so far tonight.
And as you've seen, they're not afraid to put the ball in the air, but I expect, again, to have the ball in Sawyer Robertson's hands.
Yeah, it looks like we may have a timeout coming from Arizona State.
Baylor didn't substitute.
Timeout, Arizona State, their first of the half.
Baylor didn't substitute, and Arizona State tried to.
Well, those timeouts can become very important.
I was just going to say that.
In the remaining 10:29. They're looking at yet another 4th down situation. And don't forget, next Friday night, under the lights in primetime, guess where we will be, sir? We will be in Tempe for the Big 12 Showdown. TCU, who remained undefeated, taking the 104th meeting of the Iron Griddle today against TCU. They'll take on Arizona State Friday night at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on Fox.
And Tim,
yes,
when you say we, what do you mean by that?
That would be Josh R. Sims, you, and Timmy B are there with you.
There we go. There we go.
We're looking forward to that one.
Got a big 4th down coming up here, like I spoke about.
9 of 7.
Sawyer Robertson,
Yep.
players, not plays.
Right through and a spin. He could break it. This could go all the way for Bryson Washington. Stopped at the 1. Abney and Javen Robinson saved the touchdown. Once he got to the second level, no one was there. 41 big yards. Spivito dialed up a great one here.
Arizona State sails out for the run, but they aren't in their gaps. There's one guy to make the play, another guy they miss, and he is off to the races. Great effort to run him down because, as we've seen, points have been hard to come by. Touchdowns have been hard to come by down, tighten towards the end zone. Outstanding job by running back Bryson Washington.
And something else to think about. One timeout has already been used by Arizona State defensively here.
You're going to get guys coming inside. You got one guy, two guys.
Oh, yeah.
In a spin and a burst. Great ball security as he moves his way toward the end zone, because that we've seen that time and time again, that ball get ripped out. How about the contact balance of the redshirt sophomore, Washington?
First and goal, just outside the 1. Washington got it to the goal line and was pushed back to the 1.
I mean, incredible job by the Detroit native Miles Rouser. Watch him coming into the left of your screen. It's only him and Washington. Boom! He lifts him up, continues to drive his feet, and the rest of his teammates help. That's why you lift all those weights, Tim.
Parcells said them weights. Here we go. Washington again in the backfield. Quick to Trigg. He's got it. And no, I don't know. They're going to give it to him. Yes, touchdown, Baylor. They may want to look at it. All you got to do is get the ball over the line to make.
We got a down the line shot, Tim, so this is going to be a perfect view. He gets hit right here. He reaches. Oh, Tim, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he got just.
Oh my goodness. How about that? You think the ball comes out? Oh, no. He reaches over. A great heady play. You don't usually want to reach the ball over at the goal line, but look right here. That ball is right in the end zone. Outstanding job.
What presence of mind by Trigg.
It looked like the ball might have come out.
It did. It did. That's why you heard me be very hesitant about calling it a touchdown. His second of the year.
Hey, didn't I say that Trigg at some point would make a big play?
Yeah, you did.
How about that?
I'll take credit for concurring with that thought.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Connor Hawkins for the extra point, a much-needed extra point. And the Baylor Bears have the lead with just over 9 minutes remaining. Oh, yeah. You got the big names in a lot of places. But tonight, the big game is in the Big 12. And these two are going toe-to-toe.
At IHG Hotels and Resorts, you can guest how you guest.
Then in America's Game of the Week, Dak Prescott leads the Cowboys against the Bears. It's a huge doubleheader Sunday on Fox.
Tonight's Fan Cam is sponsored by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Got their own version of a little jump around going on here in Waco, Texas. They came out, of course, with that line, that traditional line of freshmen, bringing them out. And now the Bears have the lead for the first time, and here comes Hamilton. He's popped at the 13. What a hit. Tremendous work by Micah Guilford. That kid has made 2 big plays in special teams.
Yes, he has.
Huge hit right here.
And you have to think that Baylor is really inspired after watching their offense convert on 2 fourth downs, one in their own territory, and drive down in winning time.
Right.
When the game is kind of waning away and put points on the board, this defense is going to play inspired, I would believe.
Gifford with a huge play. That's the second time he's done it.
But, Tim, they got to deal with that man you just saw on your screen. Sam Levitt is built for moments like this.
And when are we going to hear from Jordan Tyson? Mix up on that pass play. Tyson went one way, the pass went the other. 5 receptions for 21 yards tonight for this young man who's arguably has been talked about as the best receiver in all of college football.
Yeah, and someone in Columbus might have an argument about that. However, there has been a number of times that Sam Levitt has dropped back and never even looked his way, right? And so that just is a testament to what Baylor's defense has been able to do.
Levitt, blitz coming. Still a loss. It could have been worse. Jackie Marshall finally will get credit for the sack.
That is such a good job by number 0 in those smoke uniforms. Jackie Marshall, just watch him as he just stays in that kind of must-rush position. Not truly rushing, right? Kind of just waiting to see what he does. He corrals him. It's almost like trying to catch a chicken. He goes and gets him, grabs that right leg, and puts him to the ground.
These are last season's Big 12 champions. Went all the way to the quarterfinals. Very easily could have beaten Texas and made it to the semis. Returned 16 players from that team. Deep and wide open. What a bust. Eusebio's got it. All the way to the 25. Sam Levitt puts the cape on and gets his team near the red zone again. Derek Eusebio, 61 yards.
Like you talked about, this is a bust. You're going to have safeties back, and they are in position. It's kind of like a Tampa 2 where safety should be in the middle of the field. Nobody's there, and an outstanding job of Sam Levitt putting on the cape, like you said, and finding the open receiver way down the field.
That's 1/3 of their passing yards on the night, that one play. And Malik Brown carries it down inside the 20 to the 19. Tevin Williams, the cornerback, with a stop. And once again, Baylor finds themselves from a defensive standpoint with their back against the wall, trying to keep Arizona State out of the end zone and force them to kick yet another field goal. All of those missed opportunities for the Sun Devils in the red zone. Can they cash in this time? Brown. Whenever they've gone wide, it's been trouble. I mean, he is very close to the line to make, but again, not much there when going to the wide side of the field. Bobby and Williams, 27 and 3, collaborate.
Looks like they're going to give them the first down there, but like you said, not a lot of space.
Whenever they've gone to the field side, they've had trouble.
Yeah, this defense has great speed. Remember, they have some smaller guys on the field because they don't have a lot of those big defensive guys available. So they have to play with more of a dime nickel type of package, and you have great speed on the field when you have that.
1st and 10. Tyson Brown in the backfield. They'll swing it out to him. And again, going wide, just nothing doing. Absolutely nothing doing. Baylor all over that. Defense is just everywhere. Marshall, so many others, all involved.
Tim, let's listen to these pads pop. How about this? I mean, that's the sound of football.
Yes.
You just gotta love it.
That's Caldro Williford again, 18, making a play. That young man has come in and just been outstanding tonight from Matt Powledge's defense. Levitt throws a laser. It's caught. It's Tyson. It's touchdown. Only a matter of time, right?
How long can you hold a talented wide receiver down? What a job here by Tyson, getting down the field, finding the open space. Great move at the top, and he skies up. Like we talked about earlier, sometimes it seems like he jumps too early, and he just floats.
Yeah,
he just gracefully floats.
Yeah.
What a great catch by Jordan Tyson.
Yeah. Sort of like Jordan going through the lane in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's in the air.
Hey,
they're
Tim.
going to go for 2 here. They're going to go for 2.
I think they might have been listening to my analogy of Mike Tyson in his prime. Because these two offenses have really come to life here late in the fourth.
Udoh's the only setback. They got the extra tight ends in. Going for 2 to make it a 7-point game. Oh, yeah. Well organized. That's Tyson. Why not? And the lead catapults to 24-17. 5 of Levitt's 6 touchdown passes are to Tyson.
He'll be there. He hasn't been there all day, but guess what? When you need him most, he's right there.
Oh, by the way, those are the spinners. And Arizona State's Tyson has them all spinning right now in Baylor.
Customer satisfaction rating.
Is it weird seeing yourself on TV?
It's my job, isn't it? To let people know that Geico's more than just savings.
Certainly have our cat's attention.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it appears so.
Well, they just love great customer service.
Customer service. Right.
They don't get this excited for wet food. You know?
No.
Guys, he's right here.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
I love to detox with a little online shopping, but my wallet is way over there. So I'm using Paze, the online checkout from banks and credit unions that has my cards right here. Checked out and checking out.
Meet Paze, a new
huge. It'll force Baylor to score, get the extra point, maybe force overtime, rather than get a lead with a touchdown and extra point. Here's the return by Cole Wilson. Cole Wilson to the 35. Make it the 36. Good field position for Baylor with 5 and change remaining. And let's go down to Josh Sims.
Well, I know the ASU offense had been waiting to get Jordan Tyson into the end zone. So has his family. About 40 members of his family came from his hometown of Allen, Texas. Drove, flew, whatever it took to get here to the game. They erupted in the stands when he made those last 2 plays. And by the way, his brother Jalen, who was in the NBA, drafted by the Cavs last year, surprised him on the sideline before the game, showed up to see his brother play out here at Baylor.
Yeah, I think our partner Josh recognized him from way up here after that touchdown. Quick wide receiver screen for Ashton Hawkins, but again, not much coverage. Boy, you try to go wide against either one of these teams, and the linebacking core for both are so quick, and that nickel backer, man, they just fly to the ball.
Yeah, I've talked about it. Arizona State, since the beginning of the game, they play with those low safeties, so stretching the defense laterally is not really working as effectively as they would want to.
After the loss of 1, quick curl caught by Prentice, and he gets it out to the 43.
At some point, you just have to believe that they're going to go vertical and try to get the ball driven down the field.
Still need 3 yards. And one of the things you got to be thinking about too is, okay, we probably need to get this first down. If you punt it away, you may not get it back.
Cameron's got one-on-one coverage with low safeties.
Washington. Rice and Washington. Perfect call against that defensive setup by Jake Spavital. Keyshawn Elliott with the tackle. No need to worry about 4th. They've got a first down at midfield. Well, this is setting up for a great finish.
Just into the game, number 4. Lewis Brown had a touchdown last week. He's their double move guy. They've got single coverage to the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, press coverage. He's looking that way, checks it down, and it's incomplete. He was looking in that direction, no question.
They wanted him, but a great job by Keith Abney II in the coverage. I mean, just right in front of him, not moving his feet. Outstanding job of making Sawyer Robertson go to his next read. Look at him right here. He's right in position, right in his hip pocket. He's falling down, and so it forces Sawyer Robertson to try to go somewhere else.
Yeah, and Abney burned him already tonight. That'll make you think twice. 2nd and 10. Robertson flushed. That time he tried to move, and he rolled right into C.J. Fight, who came with all of it. The junior from Tatum, Texas.
And his name is so adequate here because he just continues to fight. He's moving, he's fighting his way through, and he fights his way right into a big loss and a sack for Arizona State.
Baylor's got all 3 timeouts. A little over 3 minutes left. But now they face a third and forever.
You just got to try to get some of it back to punt this ball away and flip the field.
Line to make is the 40 of Arizona State. It's caught. It's Lewis Brown, and they got it all. It's a first down for the Bears.
And Sawyer Robertson, when your best is required, like I spoke about, he shows up. I see your some of it, Devin Gardner, and I raise you all of it to Lewis Brown IV.
Flip what? What was that again? Flip what?
Flip the field. Yeah, we're going to flip it with our offense.
Oh, my goodness.
Outstanding job by Robertson.
Caden Knighton is now checked into the backfield. The ball is at the 34. Now, this is that moment for Sawyer Robertson. Think about all the numbers. Quarterback efficiency. Knighton, a little bit of a delay. Didn't fool anybody, though. Jordan Crook there after only a gain of a yard. Number 8 has been everywhere tonight. He's one of those kids that came along to start the last 11 games of a season ago.
Tim, to take a huge sack like that and then have the poise, we've talked about the poise all game, to have the poise to stand in there, climb in the pocket, and make a strong throw down the middle for a first down. Unbelievable.
2nd down and 9. Robertson with time. That's Trigg. That is going to be a touchdown.
This is just a talented tight end playing a little basketball, right? You get in position, right? Let's take a look at Trigg right here to the right of your screen. He gets vertical down the field. Okay, I'm a little covered. I need to uncover for my quarterback, and then he reaches up and grabs it like a rebound in the sky, and he races to the end zone.
The much-needed extra point to tie this game coming from Connor Hawkins. Remember, he hit a vital 53-yarder. That poor gentleman made it here from the desert. And now he's looking at a potential game that could go well into the night lights of Waco. We are tied at 24.
Hey, Tim, how about these stats? Third quarter, 31 yards for Baylor offense. In the fourth, 139. We've got ourselves a ball game.
Trigg from the guy with a trigger, and we're tied.
When 2 school plays went dark, this Adam was not on WhatsApp. This Adam was. So when this Adam texted a photo, it came out blurry.
This chat is a nightmare.
And no one could help. But this Adam sent an HD photo on WhatsApp.
Let's go.
And saved the play.
We have lights. Thanks, everybody.
This is a disaster.
Actors.
With Thrivent, your financial plan is bigger than just you. Your finances can be a force for good for the ones you hold in your heart. Because our business is helping your money mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more.
Well, that's what we've done here in the fourth quarter. We've seen a couple of offenses get to it. And we've seen 2 series from both teams that frankly were what we expected to see throughout the course of this game, and yet did not until it was winning time. And to your point at halftime, both quarterbacks put on their cape.
Oh, yeah.
They did.
We knew it. We knew that these coaches felt comfortable with their quarterbacks. The only issue is now it's war of attrition because both of them feel the same way, and they have delivered. When their best is required, they put it on full display here in the fourth.
Jared Hamilton is back deep for Arizona State. Two timeouts remaining for Arizona State, all 3 for Baylor. And we've got a touchback. And Devin, our power player, is sponsored by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram, and nothing stops you when talking about a power player.
Oh, you gotta love a power player. And I talked about it in the beginning. I said, listen, when his best is required, he shows up every time, and we've seen it on full display. The beginning of the game was fairly, dare I say, pedestrian. But he has come to life when his team has needed it most, and it's been his arm that's made every single play here late in the game.
All right, right now, I'm thinking about Kenny Dillingham And I'm thinking about what happened at the end of the Texas game in the CFP. I'm also thinking about what happened at the end of the game in Starkville when they came from 17 down, got a lead, and yet a bust cost them, and they were upset by the state team in Stark Vegas. And we got a flag down as Derek Eusebio picks up 8 on that play. So this is a critical moment when you think about it for Arizona State to return on this play offensively in this particular series, but at the same time, if their defense gets back out there, they got to do something.
Yeah.
Late in games, they've had some busts. They have had premature movement, but yep, there's the flag. Probably going to be a false start.
Offside. Number 15 defense entering the zone.
Got into the zone.
Reaction. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
It was Matthew Fobbs-White, 50, that got into that zone right up at the top of your screen.
Yeah, and the motion, I think, kind of got him, right? He saw the motion going, and then he reacted to try to go across the line of scrimmage, and he forced the wide receiver to jump.
He was hoping the right tackle had moved. I thought for a moment that he had, but that is a good call. And now they move the ball out to the 38-yard line. First down, 1:47 remaining in a tie game.
For Arizona State, to this point, you protected the ball, and you have to continue to do that.
Brown spun down. Matthew Fobbs-White atones, the junior out of Monroe, Louisiana.
Ball security is of the utmost importance. You continue to give yourself a chance because your defense is taking the ball away, and you've done a nice job of protecting it. But we have a defender down on the field, and it looks like it's number 0, Jackie Marshall, and that is not someone they can lose. He came into today a little banged up from a week ago, and he's played really nicely on the outside and in the middle of that defensive line.
And the other rush in, Cooper Lands, has been out due to injury. Didn't have him available at the start of the game. Boy, oh boy, have the reinforcements done the job tonight for Dave Aranda. You know, we talked about that championship season of 21. Then they had a really tough year. They're looking to rebound this season.
Request a 10-second runoff. The clock will start and snap.
Last year when they lost to Iowa State, Devin, we had that game. They had a 14-0 lead, you might recall, and Rocco Beck then put on a show. But after that loss, something happened. Baylor got their mojo, and they did not lose until the bowl game. So they won out after that, and
in the Big 12
on that now.
In the Big 12, both these teams 6 straight, right? So somebody's streak is going to be broken tonight.
Yep. 2nd and 10. Malik Brown remains the setback. They move Mateer into the slot, and they're going to target him, and he's got it out of bounds, just shy of the 45 at the 44. And they're going to milk some clock, try to make certain that their defense won't have to get a stop, right? Get it down there, use as much clock as possible, and maybe get a walk-off field goal.
Now, everyone in the stadium, everyone at home watching, they expect the ball to go to number 0 in white, Jordan Tyson. So I would imagine other guys have to make this play. Shimon Mateer has been the guy, number 7 in white.
3rd and 4, there's Tyson. Oh, I think he slid down shy of the line to make, and we got a marker down. Late flag comes down. Are they going to say he was down and then got hit late?
They go to their guy, Jordan Tyson. He makes the play. He does slide down prematurely of the first down, but the flag comes out, and you imagine they're going to try to look at like a late hit or target him, because once he slides down, even though he's not a quarterback, it feels like he's defenseless. Yeah. And then it's contact to the head or neck. Now you have to see, is it forcible contact to the head or neck area?
Coleman knows it, too. He's aware. And you know what? He's going full bore, trying to make a play. He had no idea he was going to slide prematurely.
Yeah,
but momentum carried him there.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit, defense.
Okay, they didn't make it targeting. That's great.
Automatic first down.
That's great.
But boy, does that set Arizona State up.
Yeah, you don't like that you get that 15-yard penalty. However, you don't want to lose DJ Coleman, an integral part of this defense for the next half of a game.
And by the way, it doesn't get any easier for either one of these teams. We already documented the next Friday. Devin, Josh, and I will be at Sun Devil State, what used to be called Sun Devil Stadium, for that game against TCU. But now they can just let the clock go tick, 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 try to get in great position to win this game with a field goal. And there goes Levitt down to the 31. They're in field goal position now. They just would like to improve upon it.
And Baylor has 3 timeouts, and I imagine they'll start to use them.
Now, keep in mind, Gomez is 3 for 3 tonight on field goals, 8 out of 9 on the year. You think about it, his longest last year was 57 yards when he was at Eastern Michigan. And he awaits the potential opportunity to put this one away. Ball currently rests at the 32-yard line.
When this second half started, you started to feel like it might be who has the ball last, right? With both these quarterbacks playing extremely well here in the second half, and especially in the fourth quarter. And it looks like it's coming down to that. Arizona State has the ball last, and their quarterback, I think, is going to make most of the decisions here as they try to get in position for a field goal, but they're also going to try to put the ball in the end zone.
Baylor, now with that timeout, has 2 remaining. Are you thinking slow burn here or go for the jugular here?
I don't think that's how Kenny Dillingham is built.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's how he's built. Obviously, they want to play smart, so you won't see a bunch of risky type of plays. However, they still want to try to go get this ball in the end zone. But you could have points here, so you don't want to ruin that.
2nd down and 4, jet sweep action. It's Eusebio who made that critical 61-yard catch when they were down for the first time in this game to key the touchdown and the 2-point conversion that got them that 7-point lead at 24-17. It'll be 3rd and 1 now with the ball at the 28. Baylor's in a must-stop mode because if they can get the stop here, at least they would have time, provided a field goal were made, to perhaps tie the game or win it with one final possession. Right now, it would be a 47-yard field goal if they were forced into that position.
And you remember earlier, it was a 4th down opportunity, and they didn't have the ball in Levitt's hands, whether in a quarterback sneak scenario or him catching the ball from shotgun and making a play with his legs. I don't think they make that mistake again. I think that somehow, some way, it's going to be Levitt's legs that finds a way to get this first down on 3rd and 1.
A couple of coaches and teams that sort of felt like they had a lot to expect of themselves and hurdles to climb in tonight's game. For Baylor, it was to finally win one of these tough home games, right? To finally get one. And for Arizona State, it's time to get off the schneid in close games late. Having had what happened to them against Texas late when they had a lead to advance to the semifinals, and as we mentioned, that upset loss in Starkville a couple of weeks back. 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, like I suspected.
Yep.
They won't make that mistake twice. They're going to keep the ball in the hands of their talented quarterback.
Key element there is they move the chains. And that means it's going to come down, in all likelihood, to a Gomez field goal try, if not a big play in the run game. And they're just going to let the clock tick. Sweep again, Malik Brown. Again, nothing doing when you go wide. A loss yet again. Every time they have tried going to the wide side of the field, Alvaro Williford has played his you-know-what off tonight, number 18, since coming into this game.
And Tim, so at home, you know, Malik Brown had an opportunity to continue to sprint and try to get the edge. However, you start to get closer to the sideline. You want to force Baylor to use those timeouts, keep that clock running. So sacrifice a yard or two and go down in bounds is very important. A nice job of situational awareness by number 3 and right, Malik Brown.
And the other thing to consider is where the alignment of this ball is and the kind of field goal try you're going to have with a guy kicking it from that side, not your conventional side for a kicker. Right now they're on the right hash mark. It's all about what Jesus Gomez wants. And he certainly had his big moments in the past, albeit somewhere else.
I mean, imagine just standing there thinking about it, right? Knowing it's probably going to come down to your leg. It's almost like he's being iced right now, just waiting.
You expect something maybe run to the left side here? Yep, that's what they're going to do. Get it to the middle. Jackie Marshall to stop. Well, he's going to have the premium angle, I'm certain that he'd like.
Yeah, they ran a play to center the football. That's probably exactly where he wants it. I imagine Levitt takes this snap and moves a little bit to the right to center it and give him a straight-on shot. There he goes.
Yeah, perfect. Good call, partner. All the way down to 1 second left. I'm sure Dillingham got into the White Hat's ear and said, yeah, with 1 second left, that's when we're going to take this. He got to Lumiere. So it's all up to Jesus Gomez. You know, they had student body tryouts for kicker at the beginning of last year. Now think about what this kid means right now to Kenny Dillingham. It was a nightmare what they were going through. In fact, it extended all the way through the postseason last year.
And Baylor has 1 timeout left, so if they wish to ice him just before he makes this game-winning attempt, they'll be able to do that.
A lot of storylines to all of the games played in college football today and tonight. But in the Big 12, big moments happened. Earlier today on Big Noon, later in the day in Orlando, and now here in Waco, Texas for the win. 43 yards. 1 timeout remaining for the Bears. And there it is.
Take a deep breath, everybody. Just wait a little longer. Wait a little longer.
And by the way, we'd like to welcome those of you that were watching the Indiana-Illinois game. 63-10 was the last score I got. A little closer here tonight on Fox. Tied at 24 with 2 ticks remaining. Kenny Dillingham, one of the bright young minds in the business. To be where he is and to come from where he did. Served as a coordinator at Memphis, at Auburn, at Florida State, and Oregon before getting this opportunity. And now it all rests on Jesus Gomez from 43 yards. He got it. Arizona State wins. They moved to 3-1.